Yeah, I shouldn't have updated so early. I usually don't. I usually leave it a while. That's the thing. I do usually leave the updates like a good week or two. Alright, anyway, whatever. We're going to FGO. Whatever. I'm just going to reinstall OBS anyway and start from scratch when I get my mix. I'll probably have to... Oh, actually, that's what I was going to check. Before we start this, I can check on my PC. It was in assembly yesterday. Okay, it's still in assembly today, though, so... I imagine they'll fix it. How long do you think it would take them to build a PC? I mean, you can usually build a PC in, like, literally a couple of hours, right? But since they're doing it professionally in cable management and everything like that, I wouldn't have thought it took more than 24 hours. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My gosh, that bed was just so comfortable. Glad to hear it. That makes all the trouble I went through to get the mattress just right. Worth it. Fairy beds are just imitations of real beds, so the mattress might as well have been bolted before I adjusted them. I'm here as well. If you like, I'd be happy to play a song to help you all wake up. Morning, everyone. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going. Let's go. Morning, everyone. You're going out, Da Vinci? How did you say that? Da Vinci. So you're not going to wait the tables with your beautiful roller skating today? Sorry, I'm off to do some sightseeing. But don't worry, I'll help out in the afternoon. Oh, right, that was our deal, wasn't it? Hey, you there. I don't know which clan you're from, but you better not tire Da Vinci out, you hear? Rude. It's our Da Vinci, man. She's ours. Huh? What's up, you know? Something on your mind? I was just wondering what's up with the sky. Oh, that, yeah. I was surprised at first, too. The weather here never changes. It's got one sky pattern for day, and another for night, and that's it. It does supposedly rain here sometimes, but apparently it's just always cloudy here. No blue skies. Huh? Blue skies? Your Britain skies turn blue sometimes? Oh yes. When there are no clouds in the sky, it becomes a beautiful shade of blue, as far as the eye can see. Though, that's not to say these skies aren't beautiful in their own right. So, the same color as bluebells? Then, what's your skies look like now? Whoa. Then, your world must be very bright and beautiful. The kind of place where everyone always smiles and helps one another, no matter how hard life gets. Yeah, about that. Anyway, shall we start gathering information then? Oh, and I need to pretend to be Hino's owner, right? Ooh, then maybe I'll try acting like a big shot and going to one of those restaurants I've heard so much about. Did you know that they won't even let you into a Woodwells without an attendant? Hey, as long as there are a lot of fairies there, I'm good with whatever. Okay, so let's scope the place out while we pretend to just be taking a walk. We'll also want to keep our eyes peeled for any juicy rumors and talk about ourselves at this. And talk to people ourselves at times. My brain's been struggling to read these things last couple days. Have I heard anything about a fairy in an iron armor? What, you guys are interested in joining the High Queen's army? Don't bother. Nothing good will come from joining them now. This is the year Anziel prophesied about. Remember, the child of prophecy will appear this year and bring salvation to all. Who knows? Maybe the High Queen will finally cut us a break on our taxes if she actually takes a few licks for once. Huh? You're not looking to join? You're looking for a lost companion? Afraid we can't help you then. Mash is a slave by now, dude. Iron armor? You won't find anything like that here. You'd have to go to Norwich for iron. Norwich? We got to go to Norwich? They ought to still be making those silly weapons up there. At least if Spriggan hasn't shut down the mine. What kind of weapons, you say? What else? Swords, spears, bows, axes? You know, the usual. I swear, I never thought I'd see the day fairies would use iron weapons, of all things. What could the High Queen be thinking? Still, at least the Child of Prophecy should do something about all of that. We just gotta be patient a little longer. Oh yeah, by the way, Jigs, if you want me to use a blue Yeti mic that, why don't you just buy me one then, dude? Just use a blue Yeti PopCat that costs like 150, 160 euros PopCat. This man. Hey, have you guys heard the latest about the Calamity pool in Norwich? They say Norwich's sky is pitch black now, even during daytime. There's no way they're going to last much longer there, not with such calamity present. I mean, between all the iron, soot, noise, and humans there, they have no one to blame but themselves. But even so, I just can't help but worry. I mean, what are we going to do if Norwich refugees decide to come here to Salisbury? We have so much history here, and we've got too many Earth Clan fairies as it is. But Lady Aurora's so kind, I can't imagine her turning them away. You're looking for something. Are you searching just in Salisbury or all of Britain? Yeah, but like I said, when you run a 2PC setup, you need some sort of audio interface. If it's all of Britain, these fairies here aren't going to be of much help. It's so nice here in Salisbury that nobody ever wants to leave. If you want to know what's going on in other cities, you'll just have to visit them yourself. Oh, but you don't have wings, do you? Well, that rules that out then. If the Moors get you, it's all over. You need an audio interface, aka a mixer. When you're running a 2PC setup, you have to have like a mixer and audio interface that's able to split sources and combine them from both PCs, or you'll have sound issues. You can't just like plug in one PC to the other PC via capture card and away you go. You have to have an audio interface. Something like a Go LXR Mini. There's probably cheaper ones out there, but they don't got very good reviews. Anyway, I wonder what tonight's festival is going to be about. I hope it's another play about the Child of Prophecy and the Evil Witch. I love the part where the High Queen and her dog Knight finally get what's coming to them. But then chat won't... I mean, that's what you gotta do anyway, what? Just plug your microphone into streaming PC? But then audio from game won't be cached. Yeah, exactly. And the other PC is literally just an audio video source to the capture card. No, doesn't work like that, not with capture cards. Screw audio, just give me emotes. Because if you just plug your streaming PC directly into your gaming PC, then all the sounds become one mixed mess. I don't know the technical bit. I don't know fucking audio, bro. Just when you look at any guide or read anything about setting up a 2PC, you have to have some sort of audio interface that splits all the sound. Because or else it all just goes into one. Fed up. Dejected. Well, that was disappointing. I mean, I wasn't really expecting to find a solid lead in just one day. But all anyone wanted to talk about was the Child of Prophecy. They barely even listened to what we had to say. No, it's not like that, Jeeks. I've done much research. Indeed. That last fairy even tried to get us to buy some questionable Child of Prophecy merchandise. I haven't seen a whole city so feverishly excited about something other than Christmas. A Child of Prophecy craze. Sounds like there's a lot of money to be made there. I guess it just goes to show how much people are counting on them. I wonder who this Child of Prophecy could be anyway. We know who it is. The characters don't, but we know. Yeah. The only other thing these fairies wanted to talk about, besides the Child of Prophecy, were the rumors going around about Norwich, the eastern port town. I gotta say, it's made me really curious about this Child of Prophecy, too. I wonder what kind of fairy they are. I think it's something to do with, like, the source? Exu? Kaniba! Yo, Wraith! Thank you for the raid! What's up, raiders? How you guys doing? So how it usually works is you have your gaming PC and a gaming monitor, and then you plug your gaming PC, you know, via graphics card into the capture card on the streaming PC. And then you would usually plug the audio interface from your streaming PC into the audio interface and into your gaming PC. And then that allows you to separate the sounds coming out from your gaming PC to your streaming PC. So if you ever want to do like video editing or whatever, you can easily just capture sound from your gaming PC and nothing from your stream, so it's just capturing the game. But if you directly just put plug it into your streaming PC with no audio interface in the meantime, in the middle, I think it just all becomes one big audio mess. Like there's no multiple sources or split sources, just all one desktop sound, as the same problem we were having with the music earlier. You can't like split the audio. So have like the streaming PC from a separate source so you can isolate this audio, and then have the, you know, stream sounds like announcements and whatever coming through your gaming PC. It just basically all becomes desktop audio sound. Oh, and the other issue with that is that you can't use your gaming PC without your streaming PC being on. That's the other issue with the audio interface, because, for example, if I want to play my PS5 now, I have to have OBS on so I can hear the sound being captured from OBS to PlayStation. So that's the also other issue, and you don't want your streaming PC on all the time if you're not gaming. So it's another issue of just not being able to hear the sound from your streaming PC unless you keep unplugging and replugging in your headset from like your gaming PC to your streaming PC to your gaming PC to streaming PC, which is a ball ache and eventually wear out the ports. Right? Chill buggered up a boss fight at the end though. What were you streaming, Wraith? I haven't actually watched you a little bit lately, because you were streaming FGO and obviously no spoilers. I know you were streaming some like, what was it, like, company game thing? I forgot what it's called. Can't stay long, pretty tired. Okay, good night, Wraith. Thanks for the raid, man, appreciate it. Some people are saying either use voice meter or a capture card. A bunch of excuses about why you want this to be. Well, no, I mean, I would, if I don't need to have this mixer, I would like to save lots of money because they're very expensive. If I didn't need one, I wouldn't buy one. Now, let me read this story and we'll talk about it more. I don't want to get interrupted. I gotta say, it's made me really curious about this Child of Prophecy too. I wonder what kind of fairy they are. If they really are planning to fight Morgan like the prophecy says, maybe we could even convince them to help us. What do you think? Should we try looking for this Child of Prophecy as well as Mash? Any fairy who can get the other fairies so excited must be incredibly strong and brave. Good day, everyone. I'm back once again. Oh, not so many customers today, I see. It's Oberon! Oh, hey there. Having a little lunch after your morning walk around the city, huh? Anyway, it looks like you're all having fun. Hope you don't mind if I join you. I'm a passable fighter at best, but I'm a master of killing with companions. Much more peaceful that way. Here, I'll show you. Before long, I'll be heaping so much praise on Notoria, she'll be begging me for mercy. Notoria? Why? Huh? You mean you haven't told them yet, Notoria? The Child of Prophecy everyone's on about. That's her. Nani? I just assumed you knew since she's got King Arthur's name and all. Reveal! The big reveal! I mean, yeah, the thought did cross my mind once I heard you were named Notoria. But still, you? Notoria? Really? I mean, let's be real, you have less magical energy than most fairies, right? You might be better magical circus than a human. Well, since you're a fairy, I guess they'd be Age of Gods patterns. Anyway, they're still below average for a fairy. Hell, even Mike there must be stronger than you. So how can you be the Child of Prophecy meant to defeat the High Queen? I had no idea. I know, you're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? I'm sorry. I know it's not right that someone like me is carrying around the Staff of Selection. Still, it's not like we know for certain that I'm the Child of Prophecy. There's a chance I might not be. Besides, I don't really have the guts to fight the High Queen, or the drive, or the determination. I don't belong to any of the clans either, and I have so little magical energy that I have to fudge with it with Magecraft. I can't even get close to the bells I'm supposed to ring. I mean, I do plan to do the best I can in spite of all that. But let's just say it's a very uphill battle. Honestly, I still don't know why I was chosen. You don't think you can do this, Notoria? I don't know. All I can say is that if I really am the Child of Prophecy, then there must be some way for me to fight. It's why I was born and how I was raised. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm completely hopeless. The last time I came to Salisbury was to meet the head of the Wind Clan. but I ended up deciding to try Manchester next because nobody here would even give me the time of day. I see. So that's why you didn't say anything sooner. Fairies can sense how much magical energy you've got at a glance, so I'm sure they only laughed when you told them that you were the Child of Prophecy. I bet they also yelled at you and told you not to lie. They did, so I thought I'd start by convincing the head of the clan who I was. But they just turned me away at the gate. The head of the Wind Clan, huh? That'd be Aurora. Personally, I think you're pretty great as you are now, but I can see why you would feel a need to boost your prestige. Well, if that's the only problem, I can take care of it right now. What do you mean by that, Oberon? I mean, I can get you a meeting with Aurora if you want. Nani? Bro, these nodes are so long. Like, you think it would go to the next arrow, but nope. There. See how easily you got in? Take a look. This is the heart of Salisbury, the home of its great bell. Ascot Cathedral, the oldest and largest building in all of Fey Britain. Now then, Aurora's room is on the top floor, so what say we start heading up? I've already sent a word of our arrival, so we shouldn't have any trouble with the hang on. Whoa. Good day, King of the Autumn Woods. Your visit is sudden and unexpected, but we welcome you here all the same. Wow, she's kind of pretty. Very pink. However, it seems I must remind you that this cathedral is the holy ground where kings and queens are made. The esteemed site of High Queen Morgan's coronation 2,000 years ago. As such, regardless of how much affection Lady Aurora may have for you all, I cannot allow such lowly creatures as humans to enter attendance or not. Guards, to me, capture these unidentified fairies and disgusting human. If the human submits, very well. However, should she attempt to resist or flee, dispose of her. Well, that's interesting. That goes for Oberon too, of course. You don't need to show him any leniency. We've received complaints about him from pubs across the city demanding that he pays his tabs. My. This isn't how I expected things to go. Oberon! If those are your orders, Lady Koro, then we'll gladly comply, but are you sure about this? Lady Aurora told us to let him through right away. She seemed thrilled about his visit. Don't you talk back to me. You may have been chosen to be guards, but you're still mere humans. Know your place. Unless, of course, you'd rather I turned you into rabbits, so you don't have to be human anymore. No, my lady. I'm very sorry about this, Lord Oberon. It really is nothing personal. We're just doing our jobs. It seems we have no choice but to do battle, even though their hearts clearly aren't in it. Come, Hino. Let's show them how strong we truly are. Right. Okay. What's the plan today? Just reading FGO for a section, maybe two, probably only one how long this is. And then, can't connect to the game, return to title screen, error code, what the fuck? Error code, what the fuck? Yo, Wani! What the hell was that? Banned? Deleted? I sure hope not. I sure hope not. I mean, I've done nothing to get banned for. Oh, was it just a daily reset and I didn't re-log in? I think it was just daily reset. I was still logged in from last night or something. I don't know. Sorry, we could just skip that again. Skippy doody, skippy doody, skippy doody. Skip gamers! Skip gang! Right. Let's use Leonardo. Let's use Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci. We're working on our bone stuff. Let's get an archer in here just in case. Actually, no, we'll bring, where is he? You. Da Vinci, that should be fine. What is this, Jakes? BB channel do? BB channel do? Oh, right. Do you need an audio interface for 2 PC setup? That's what we're talking about, right? Oh, actually, wait. I think the reason why I need an audio interface is because of my microphone, right? But then again, if we get a new microphone instead, do I need an audio interface if I'm not recording? Streaming. Do I really need an audio interface for streaming? Let's have a look. First and foremost, an audio interface lets you connect various audio sources to your computer, namely your microphone. Now, to answer the question, do I need an audio interface? Well, it depends. Many streamers start off opt for an inexpensive USB mic that connects directly to their computer. No interface required. If your streaming software of choice, just select the microphone and input the source of your computer. Well, maybe I just won't get one then. I mean, I was under the impression you actually like needed one because of I mean, well, I have an XLR mic, so I think that's why I thought I needed one, because obviously, you know, I wasn't gonna get a new microphone for one. XLR mics are just much better for streaming than any of the conventional shit, like the Blue Yeti bullshit, like good voice overs and stuff. Maybe we'll just, I don't know, maybe we'll just get a new mic instead then, like a USB mic. Maybe we'll just get a USB mic then, and just skip the audio interface, because that's going to be cheaper anyway, right? But the one thing that an audio interface does do though is it splits all the audio. Like, for example, you can't, like right now, unless you have like an expensive sound card in your computer, you can't split off separate audio. For example, you have to do some shenanigans where you have like music coming out your speakers, game sound coming out your headphones, and stuff like that. But when you have an audio interface, you can literally have all the sound going through one channel, but it splits it all up automatically. So for example, I could just completely ditch my speakers, which I don't really like. I mean, headsets hurt my ears, but my speakers are old and they're not even that great anyway. But then you can have all the sources going into one area, and it automatically splits them off into different channels. So like the mic will be its own channel, headset will be its own channel, but then I can also have like the game sounds, one channel, streaming announcements like one channel and stuff like that. So it's easier, like if I ever want to record while we're doing live gaming stuff, I can have all the audio like split off, so there will be no like Twitch announcements. It'll just be like gameplay and like no voice and everything. No, I didn't really research only a Go LXR. I just don't really understand audio a great deal. It's just alien to me. Like, I've tried to read audio and understand it a bit better, but it's just so alien. I just don't understand a lot of audio jargon. What does DaVinci do again? Apply HD restore. Apply evade and increase your critical strength. Increase MP strength 3 turns and slightly increase MP gauge. Increase charge by 1 level. Okay, I don't think we need that. I mean, it's only one set of mobs. Doesn't really matter if we overbuff. DaVinci should murder everything. One thing I need to figure out though is why is this popping and crackling sound coming, even on my tablet now? Because it shouldn't be my tablet, because I don't know why it's happening even on the tablet too. But you guys say you can't hear it. So I wonder if it's just my end. But it's only when I play with this capture card plugged in, that's the thing though. When I'm just playing like via a PC game, I don't get it. When I'm playing PlayStation 5 and I have my headset plugged into the PlayStation 5, I don't get it. It's just literally this audio, this capture card. I don't know why there's like popping and crackling every now and again. It's not like all the time, so you don't really notice it, but oh, Galto broke, because I know mine gave me crackling audio with switching games. With Switch games? I don't know. A lot of people have this issue. I've been reading up on it for about 3 days straight. I've tried every single method. Lots of people seem to have this issue. Some people have it very bad. Mine's not too bad. Like, for example, in an hour, let's say I'm streaming for an hour. For 10 minutes, it might be crackling every, like, 20 seconds or so. But it's only, like, one little, like, pop, pop. And then stops for a while. So it's not, like, constant. So that's why it's not really... You can kind of get over it, but then when you're watching like a cutscene and like it happens like it does like a pop pop and then stops, then it's obviously a bit distracting. But I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. I'm putting a ticket to the streaming company. See, I've tried everything from changing the cables, putting in different ports. It's literally just anything connected to this capture card, this external capture card, which is apparently the best one on the market, by the way, especially for PS5 streaming. For me, it was loud and consistent. Yeah, for me, it's not. For me, it's not. It's consistent, but it's not loud. But it's just annoying because I know it's there. Only said he heard it the other day when I asked him to listen to it, and you guys probably can't hear it because it's quite quiet. But it's more of like it doesn't do it all the time. It's more of like when sound peaks, it happens. You know. It's like when sound peaks, it happens mostly. Well, I know it's not my headset or anything, because I would hear it when I'm just playing general PC games, but it's literally only anything connected to this capture card, it happens. And this is a brand new capture card. Change all the wires and everything. You see that, Koro? You see what Hino and I are capable of? This is what happens when you look down on people for being human, or having no money. Probably not a good time to point that out, Oberon was just standing behind them, cheering. Very well. It would seem that Hume is indeed not your typical expendable worker. And Lady Aurora does love rare, unusual things. It's part of what makes her so strong. Alright, just this once. I'll grant you an audience with her, but don't let this go to your head. Rare and unusual things are only interesting the first time you see them. Once the novelty wears off, they become worthless. If I were you, I would try to make the most of this good fortune, as you won't have many other such chances in the future. Yo, what's up, Turtle? I think some audio issues when sound is speaking is pretty normal, but don't know much about sound though. No, I don't know much about sound either, but it's just weird that it's only when it's connected to this capture card, but especially on the tablet as well. Like, I can kind of understand issues with like maybe like the PlayStation 5 or Switch, because I kind of like it's like a different source than like a simple tablet that's just got very basic sounds, right? Because like I basically have an external capture card. Oh, that's the point. And when I connect my tablet to my internal capture card, this issue never happens. So it's literally just this external capture card that's having these cracking sounds, because I've got two capture cards. One that's internal, which is a HD4. Is it like a 4060? It's an old one anyway. It's like 4 years old, but it still works perfectly fine for 1080p capturing, which is all you can do on OBS anyway in streaming. And that was the one I used to use with my tablets and my consoles. But then I got a new TV, and because I'm doing a 2 PC setup soon, the internal capture card will be for capturing the gaming PC, and then I was going to use this external capture card for my PS5. Because with a PS5, because you have to go PS5 to capture card to monitor, monitor to capture card, and then USB-C capture card to PC, or streaming PC to get the signal. But to be able to play my PlayStation 4 in 4K 60 FPS, because I have a decent TV, a 4K TV, you had to get this capture card because no other capture card did the 4K pass-through. And unlike with a streaming a 2 PC setup, when you've got a 2 PC setup, you can just have your you can just literally have a separate monitor for your gaming PC. It doesn't need a monitor its own, but the PlayStation, you have to share the monitor because how the capture card works. You can't just have the capture card. You can't just have like the PlayStation going into the monitor itself. It has to go into the capture card first. So you have to have like what they call a pass-through. And if I wanted to get decent quality on my PlayStation on my TV, you have to get this capture card, so you get like the 4K 60 FPS pass-through sort of thing. Yeah. So it's kind of annoying. Why did it cut out? I don't know. It's probably my capture card wire. These wires, when you stream like from a tablet, you have to have like a USB-C to HDMI hub thing to go into the capture card, and these wires are very flimsy. They break often. For my streaming crew, I think I brought like 6 of these wires because they just break after a while. I've had this one for like 2 years, so this is the longest one I've had. Sometimes it just cuts out. If the wire is like, there you go, I just touched the wire and it just cut out because it's just on its way out. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's a plastic wire. It's because like these things aren't used much. Basically, like you need a USB-C, what is it called? You need like a USB-C to HDMI to go... Actually, do I even... Oh, no, that's what it was. So basically, when you're running your tablet to a capture card, it drains the battery like crazy fast. And you can't obviously charge up your tablet while it's connected to the capture card, because the capture card doesn't work like a PC where, you know, if you plug your tablet into your PC, it'll automatically charge your tablet. But if you just plug your capture card directly into your tablet, it drains its battery and runs out in like an hour, 2 hours, because it's transferring the HD signal to the capture card, blah blah blah. But so to make it so I can stream FGO for long periods of time, I brought like this USB-C hub thing where you can, it's a USB-C cable that's got a little plastic thing where you can plug a charger into it, and then you plug that into the capture card, so then you're able to capture the tablet and charge your tablet at the same time. So it won't like die after an hour streaming. So yeah, they don't do any of those sort of cables for these HDMI hub things, because I don't think it's really meant for like streaming usage, but you can kind of jerry rig it to work. If I were you, I would try to make the most of this good fortune, as you won't have many other such chances in the future. Like, did you hear it then? Like, when I clicked the story to continue, the audio crackled a little bit. Whoa. Who's this? This is Aura, I guess. Aurora. Hello, Oberon. What delightful story do you have for me today? You know so very many things, so I'm sure it must be something special. Whatever it is, I can't wait to hear it. I could use some cheer after all, the unfortunate news recently. She's evil! She's evil! Whoa, she's so beautiful. I didn't think it was possible to go blind from sheer splendor until today. Well, yes, I have two things for you today. One is something you absolutely must know. The other is a request for a small favor. But don't worry, I won't take up much of your time at all. That said, could I first make somewhat of a selfish request? You see, I'd like to keep what I'm about to tell you just between us. You don't mind keeping secrets, right? Oh my, you are a naughty one, aren't you? I don't usually care for scary stories. But teehee, a little thrill does sound like fun. Would you give us some privacy, Koro? Lady Aurora! It's alright. I know we can trust them, so it's only right I answer in kind. As you wish, but please don't hesitate to call for me if you should change your mind. You'll have to forgive Koro. She's a very proud girl, and she can be quite inflexible. She probably gave you a very harsh welcome again, didn't she? I'm just glad to see you're not hurt. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, friends of Oberon. I am Aurora, head of the Wind Clan, and lord of the Salisbury. Now, what did you come to tell me today? Whoa, I guess it's no surprise that the whole mood just changed in here. Figure she didn't become head of the clan through her beauty alone. Well, you see, there's a stranded friend of ours we're not able to find. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my! How many years has it been since a human spoke so frankly to me? Oh, how delightfully different. Uh-oh. Tell me, what's your name? Are you a free citizen? What kind of pedigree do you... Ah. I'm so sorry. You already serve this fine young fairy, don't you? Oh goodness, how rude of me. Really, Aurora, you must do something about your tendency to take in every stray human you find. Otherwise, you'll eventually have every human in Britain living in Salisbury. And I'm sure you don't need any more resistance from your fellow clan members, seeing how you're the only one who favors coexistence. Yes, I know. You're right, of course. But when I saw those big doe eyes of hers begging me for help, well, I just couldn't resist. Oh god, she wants to take us as her slave. Good grief. Well, this is exactly why I brought her, to see you to begin with. Remember what I told you before about Chaldea and the other world called proper human history? Well, this girl here is the master of Chaldea, and the two people behind her are servants, not fairies. Oberon? Don't worry, it's okay. Aurora may be from Fairy Britain, but she thinks a lot like fairies of proper human history. And while she'd never come out and say it, she's not happy with the state of things in Britain either, right? It's been 2,000 years now since Britain fell into Morgan's hands. And you've been here, watching it unfold every step of the way. See, like, keep your ear out. I'm going to turn it up a bit loud, chat. Keep an ear out for the crackling and let me know if you guys hear it. Or like the popping sounds. You might not be able to hear my voice now, though. Can you still hear me properly? It doesn't happen often. It's just annoying because I can hear every once in a while when it does. Yeah, Oberon's very mischievous. He actually explained it earlier. He's not like... He's not a mischievous guy. He doesn't think of himself as a mischievous guy, but that's how all the stories painted him in the past, so that's how his appearance is kind of slightly resembles that because of like stories of him in the past. One's the eyeball and the other one too. No, my eyeballs. They're my eyeballs. Okay. And you've been here watching it unfold every step of the way. You think it's time for Morgan's reign to end, regardless of what form it takes. I remember how your eyes sparkled with hope when I told you about the outside world. Hino here has come to Britain solely to defeat Morgan. She's not even thinking about what happens afterwards. Suffice to say, she's also no intention of ruling in Morgan's place once she's gone. Once the Chaldeans leave, whether Britain lives or dies will be for you and your fellow fairies to decide. Chaldea is definitely not going to care if you try to save what's left of it. They'll gladly stay out of your way. Morgan is their only concern, nothing more. So it would seem. While that girl in the back doesn't seem very happy that you're telling me this girl here isn't denying anything you say. So you're travelers from another world, a Briton that went down the right path. It's still hard to believe, but maybe this, too, is Ainsl's guidance at work. Either way, one thing is clear. Since we both have our troubles, it's only right that we help one another. Hino, was it? You have my permission to act in Salisbury however you see fit, even if your actions should be in opposition to the land of the Fae. If you're looking for a lost companion, then I'll lend you the eyes of my fellow wind fairies in the other cities. I can't contact my compatriots in Norwich at the moment, but I will have my wind fairies in Oxford, Gloucester, New Darlington, and Camelot help you in your search. You need only Coral what your companion looks like, or you need to tell Coral what your companion looks like. I just hope my clan can be of assistance. Well, thank you so much. All that said, I still like to keep this relationship of ours on the down low for the time being. After all, you are the head of a clan. If Morgan finds out you sided with the Chaldea in proper human history, she may have all the Wind Clan fairies killed. So this collaboration should be kept quiet, so we can deny knowing anything about each other in case things come to that. All the Wind Fan Clary's dead, so not even you could defeat High Queen Morgan if you faced her directly? No, I couldn't. She could wipe us all out with one flick of her finger. I see. Gosh, she's really something, isn't she? Oh god, she's that strong. How do we stand up to her? How do we? Oh yes, she's a very special fairy. The only one who could hope to defeat her is the Child of Prophecy from Ainsl's last prediction. It's too bad this child has yet to reveal himself. I can only hope they come save us as soon as possible. Yeah, Toria, come save them. Devious smile. Ah, he's gonna do it. He's really gonna do it! How right you are, Aurora. I may very well be about to make your day. There's someone I'd like you to meet. Oh, Oberon, you little bugger. Huh? Whoa. What are you doing? Oberon, please, stop. That's right. Atoria here is none other than the Star of Hope, who hails from Tintagel. Tintagel! They said it! I was waiting to see if they would say it. They said Tintagel! That's near where I live, bro. It's the story I've been telling you all these years. Tintagel Castle, where Atoria was born and raised. I was wondering if they would say Tintagel. Let's go! Kiristaria could move the literal star streamer? Yeah. Zeus is a bona fide god, yeah. I was wondering if they'd say Tintagel. Who hails from Tintagel, born alongside the staff of selection that will bring Morgan to justice. She's the only, the Child of Prophecy. Go on, don't be shy. Oberon! Yeah, kick him in the face. She just kicked him in the face. You do have some delightful friends, Oberon. I love to be tackled to the ground like that myself sometimes. Why, thank you. I can't say I expect such a direct method of silencing me either. Still, Artoria would never say anything if I hadn't put her on the spot like that. She's kind of late bloomer, you see, and she's still not confident about being the child of prophecy. So we were hoping you might be able to offer her your seal of approval. Say, for example, maybe she could ring one of the bells mentioned in the prophecy. Huh? That was cute. Whoa, even I wouldn't have come up with that. Impressive. No, that I'm afraid I can't allow. While there is indeed a bell, said to be the voice of the Wind Clan, right above this room, I can only let her ring it once she has proven herself to me. Words alone will not suffice. She will need to demonstrate her ability, so there can be no question. You said your name was Victoria, yes, and it seems you do indeed have the Staff of Selection. I still don't understand what the Staff of Selection truly signifies. The only one who does is Ansel, the head of the Mirror Clan, and no one has seen any member of the Mirror Clan for years. All I can do is see for myself whether you have the markings of a king. And how exactly do you propose to do that? Oh my, what a lovely voice, and here I thought you may be mute. Very well then. Out of respect for those dukant tones, I'll tell you my conditions. Artoria, Hino, I would like you two to show me that there is still hope for our world. So here is my test to see if Britain can be changed. As you know, we fairies are plagued by a dark fate. Every 100 years, a calamity befalls us, a curse that not even Morgan herself has been able to dispel. For the last few months, there has been a powerful Moors currently winding its way through Norwich, a calamity pool. If you two can rid Norwich of this calamity, then I will gladly give you access to Salisbury's bell. Aw, heck. Yo, after how long? After like 45 minutes, the first hour is done! Actually, it's probably more like 35 minutes. Look at that smile though, yeah. Oberon's great. How was Kirshaya that strong when he's just a guy I forgot? He kind of happened to be in the perfect spot to utilize the brand of magecraft he was the best student for. So ultimate magecraft for those with the deepest knowledge of astrology. The first hour, let's go! Yeah, I do really like Oberon. He's really cool. So she wants us to get rid of the calamity in Norwich, huh? I don't think she'd be one to bring it up. Didn't think she'd be the one to bring it up. What is the calamity in Norwich? I don't know much about these calamities either, since I've never seen one for myself, but I have heard plenty of stories. Apparently, they're a kind of natural disaster that befalls fairy Britain every 100 years. I've heard about these calamities too, and I've also already told Hino about them. Norwich is a port town in eastern Britain, and apparently it's been showing signs that it'll be the home of the next calamity for a few months now. They say there's a ton of black soot rising in the air that's gathered above it like rain clouds. Aurora said she'd permit us to ring the bell as long as we can resolve this calamity, right? So we need to disperse the clouds of soot, huh? Unfortunately, I've never learned any magecraft that could do that. Well, that's okay. Norwich is a tall order that I think we can forget about for the time being. Right now, our top priority is finding Mash. And now that Aurora is helping us do that, we should receive some word of her whereabouts in a few days. So all you guys need to do is wait at the inn until then. Then again, doing nothing might not be the best use of our time. Okay, I'll send you a list of things that you can do to earn money and gather information later on. Didn't the foreign god also grant them all a bit of powers though? Like they increased their capability? Because like, he was already pretty strong, right? Because he obviously got assassinated, and then he did all those things, and you know, increased all his magic and whatnot. And through a trading arc, I guess, or something. Because he had that poison right from that stab, from that attack, that he almost died of. The foreign god brought them back to life. I thought she also like increased like their circuits and stuff. Okay, I'll send you a list of things you can do to earn money and gather information later on then. Later? Why later? Well, you know, I thought about what Koro said, and I probably should see about paying my tab before I start racking up more. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you all again in 3 days. He's gonna pay all his tabs in 3 days? How's this man gonna make that much money, dude? There. That should get them to rest up in Salisbury at least a little more. Meanwhile, I've got my work cut out for me. First, I'll need to find out what's going on in Norwich. Can we really trust Oberon? It feels a bit all too convenient. I'd like to trust him, and I want to trust him, and I hope he is a good guy, but I don't know, a little bit can't help think sussy in the back of my mind, you know? I can't help but think that there's something sussy going on. I thought I fixed the crackling issue, but it's still there. White fuzzy moth. Cute. It is a cute moth, yeah. Oh, welcome back, Blanca. How's the situation up north? How far have Knock and Riaba's forces advanced? Riaba's? Huh? Another child of prophecy has shown up there? Another one? I definitely wasn't expecting that. Angel didn't say anything about there being 2 of them in her prophecy. This puts Otoria in an even more precocious position. I thought I'd have more time. Yes, of course. Otoria is the real child of prophecy. That much was never in doubt. But it won't matter who the real one is. What matters will be who the fairies believe is the real one. Still, it's not all that bad. Let's focus on the silver lining here. A false child of prophecy in the north is bound to draw Morgan's attention. Which means Otoria and Hino should be safe for now. Unless that child of prophecy is MASH! That'll give me time to ensure they grow stronger. They're not ready for Norwich. They need to experience Britain for themselves, and to gain the power to adapt and conquer its challenges. Do we really have time for that, you say? You're a tough crowd, aren't you, Blanca? But you have to take your time with the opening act, and that's how it was for us at first, too, remember? Oh god, what if the other child of prophecy is MASH? And she's all alone up there? Streamer trying to find faults with her. No, I just feel like something in the air is off, that's all. I'm hoping it's just me being wrong. Because I love Oberon, I don't want him to betray us. Something wrong, Otoria? Oh, no, I'm fine. I was just nervous since I'm not used to speaking with the head of an entire clan. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind. I think I'm just going to turn in for the night. Let's meet up here again tomorrow morning, okay? Bye for now. Looks like we'll have to readjust our perceptions of her too. Come on, Hino, Tristan, let's head back to our room. We should talk about our next moves while it's still safe to do so. I've also tried the Elgato actual software to see if the crackling is still there, and it's actually worse. The crackling is actually worse in the Elgato software than it is just directly through OBS. I wish I could know what was causing it. Because it's not like I even have all my sounds up either, but there's nothing like... The capture card is literally plug and play. I wonder if it's just like... The problem is I don't think my computer has a second PCIe slot either, so I couldn't buy a second internal one, because ideally I'd prefer internal. I feel like you have less issues with internal capture cards. Although that's what I've heard. I've never really had an external capture card. I had the Ava Media one. That one worked perfectly fine. There was no issues with that, what I remember. I don't actually even know why I actually didn't start using that one. Forgotten. Pretty sure most motherboard have 2 if not 3 PCI slots. Yeah, but my computer's quite old, and it might be a space issue too, because this one's got like a 2080 Super in it. I might just consider later on tonight just having a look, see if I've got a second PCI slot, and I might just return this capture card to get another internal one, because actually that's the point though. I don't think any other one did have a 4K pass through. I mean, we'll do that in a minute. Let me just type in Elgato, and then we'll read this note first. I keep getting distracted. Okay, that's everything that's happened so far in a nice, tidy report. It's all yours now, Teophone. Take it away, my little familiar. Familia. There, that takes care of our report. That takes care of our report to the Stormborder. We should hear back from them in about 2 days. Oh god, this is a long reports. What's your card? What card? My capture card? It's the HD60X. HD60X. Yeah. Now let's go over everything we've learned so far. That said, our main topic isn't Morgan, but the Child of Prophecy, who's supposedly going to defeat her, right? Yep. The truth is, we've been dropping our guard around her a little too much. At first, we thought it was just a coincidence that she shared a name with King Arthur, and didn't think about it any further. But we can now say for certain that she is this Lost Belt's King Arthur. I'm sure I don't need to remind you two that Chaldea already confronted the legends about King Arthur in the Sixth Singularity. But I still think it's worth our time to quickly refresh our memories of those legends, just so we're on the same page. The legend of King Arthur takes place in the 5th century, a time when Britain was in great turmoil. It began with the collapse of the Continental Empire, with the Emperor no longer keeping Britain safe. It came under frequent attack by the Saxons, a foreign enemy who crossed the sea to attack British shores. At the time, Britain was an island ruled by many different clans, and those clans' kings. While there was always constant squabbles between the clans, there was always a war with the Picts up in the north, where the clans' kings agreed to work together. But one king created an irreplaceable rift in this alliance. He used the other clans for his own ends, with the goal of ultimately uniting all of Britain. His name was Vortigern. He was said to be the avatar of a white dragon born from Britain itself, made to bring it to ruin. Vortigern invited the Saxons to the Isle, throwing it into chaos. Londinium, the fortress city that served as the heart of Britain during the Empire's reign, was destroyed. Vortigern then defeated and killed Uther Pendragon, the greatest king in all of Britain. And so, Britain entered a dark age, a time where none on the island could escape its imminent destruction. However, hope has still remained. King Uther's most trusted aide, Merlin, the great mage who had long kept Britain safe, told people that this, too, was all part of the prophecy. King Uther has already chosen his successor. They shall be the next king. Whoever draws the sword of selection from this stone shall be Britain's king. Many knights tried their hand at drawing the sword, but none of them succeeded. It was only once the knights had all left, convinced that the sword of selection was no more than a delusion, that a young squire of 15, a boy who had been raised without ever knowing he was King Uther's son, came and drew the sword from the stone, with no one there to bear witness. That sword was Caliburn. Yes! And that boy did indeed go on to become the King of Britain. Arthur Pendragon, the knight among knights. Or as we know her, Atoria Pendragon, my wife! Well, you know, real time, King Arthur was a guy, but back in these days, friend, no wife, oh god, it's Fubuki. Back in these days, they would not have accepted a girl being a king, so she pretended to be a boy. You know the story. You know the story, Chen. After announcing himself as King Uther's successor, King Arthur assembled the lords of Britain and led them to 12 magnificent victories against the Saxons. Wait, for real? Yeah. You didn't know that? So, you know, I mean, like in real life, obviously, as you know, that's obvious that King Arthur was a guy. But in FGO, back in those days, they would not have accepted Atoria as a girl to be a king. So she pretended to be a boy. Oh, you didn't? Well, okay, so, I mean, in real life history, yeah, the game. In real life history, obviously, Arthur is a boy. Well, we assume so. We assume so. Yo, Hoi! Thank you for the raid, Meng! Damn, Hoi got a fat raid there. Who raided you, Hoi? Damn, my son. I have you up on my other monitor. And, yo, thank you for... Oh, Cute-san, the resubby! Yo, welcome, raiders. Thank you for the raid, Hoi. Thank you for the resubby. Cute-san, appreciate it. Yeah, we're just talking about King Arthur, so... In England, real lore, King Arthur was a guy. We assume so. It's never been proven. But obviously in FGO lore, King Arthur was a girl, but she pretended to be a boy because they wouldn't have accepted her as a female queen. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, Raiders? Thank you again for the raid, Hoy. Thank you for the resubby, Cutson. Big hugs. Yo, Cutson, are you ready to watch the finale of anime tomorrow? Tomorrow we got the finale of all of our episodes. It's going to be a big day. Tomorrow is the last of the seasons. Card gamer Sasha Banks. Oh, nice. Were you still playing Tower Fantasy? You know, whenever you've been streaming, even if I'm streaming, I always have you open in my tab, and I have to remember to close it now because or else I see myself and it's like cringe. But you were playing Tower Fantasy one morning when I was watching. Did you change the game? I saw you actually play some PC game for a bit too, like PC Builder. Damn, Property Ministry is the one where they hated women even in FGO. Well, I wish FGO's lore was actual real. I'd rather King Arthur be a cute waifu than, you know. Finally, the claim this prompts will stop. Lolly, a brush girl OP. Only played PC Sim for maintenance downtime? Ah, okay, that's what it was. Ah, right. Alright. Thanks again for the raid and the resub, cute son. Pulled the new girl? Yeah, I saw you pull the new girl. You lost the 50-50 twice, if I remember correctly. You got the shield lady and then that guy with the cube. I saw that. But son, yeah, tomorrow we'll be watching the last of the animes for this season. Yeah, I saw you get her because you skipped it. In doing so, he proved himself an invincible king, the undefeated king of knights. But unbeknownst to him, the Saxons were his only enemy. The greatest threat, well, they weren't his only enemy. The greatest threat the king of knights faced came from within his own family. Vortigern, the avatar of White Dragon, who defeated King Arthur's father, Uther, and brought Britain to its knees. Morgan, the fairy queen, who declared it was Britain's very will that she become its ruler. Morgan's machinations succeeded in robbing the King of Knights of Caliburn, but the fairies gave him an even greater sword. The sword was Excalibur, a sacred sword forged within the planet's inner sea. In the world of magecraft, it's considered a divine construct, an ultimate weapon meant to destroy that which threatens the very planet. In laying claim to his sacred sword, King Arthur became Britain's savior in both name and deed. After a climactic battle with Vortigern in the ruins of Londinium, King Arthur, with help from the fairies, built the towering white castle of Camelot. Lords from all across the Isle came to Camelot to serve the King of Knights. They became the Knights of the Round Table, where all were treated as equals. It's a bit odd telling this story with Tristan here, but this is how the Knights of the Round Table were formed. Lancelot, the knight from France, blessed by the Lady of the Lake. Gawain, the heir of Orkney, blessed by the sun. Tristan, nephew to Duke of Cornwall, and the Prince of Tragedy. You're also said to be the symbol of the Romantic period. Yo, isn't that a convenience that he's a Duke of Cornwall and the Prince of Tragedy? So it's like Cornwall is cursed, basically. That kind of feels real with all my bad luck. Checks out. Definitely checks out. Oshinoko isn't done yet? No, I think it's done this week. So we'll have 2 episodes to watch tomorrow. Yeah, episode 1 was like an hour and a half long, right? That's right. Those are the proud knights of the Round Table, my cherished friends, who filled its 13 seats. Sturdy Percival, clever Kay, loyal Bedivere, earnest Gaheris, kind-hearted Gareth, Agravain the Enforcer, Palamedes the Duelist, Taciturn Mordred, and the greatest knight of all, chosen by the Holy Grail, Galahad, the Relevation. In addition to King Arthur, the first seat, you could also count King Perlinor, King Arthur's trusted advisor, and Boris, the future 11th seat, of the 15 in total. At any rate, those are the Knights of the Round Table. I knew when they were at their peak. Don't like getting with tongue twisted. At any rate, those are the Knights of the Round Table I knew when they were at their peak. Yeah, the Knights of the Round Table's peak is also the happiest time in the legend of King Arthur. While other problems would present themselves in the quest for the Holy Grail, and in the decisive battles against the Picts and the Saxons, it was the affair between Lancelot and Guinevere, King Arthur's queen, that changed things forever. Fucking Lancelot, bro. Once their affair came to light, the Knights of the Round Table became shadows of their former selves. During an expedition to the Roman Empire, Mordred took advantage of King Arthur's absence and staged a rebellion. That was the beginning of what later would be known as King Arthur's final battle, the Battle of Camelot. It was in this battle that King Arthur drew his final breath. Bedivere personally returned the sacred sword to the fairies, and the final chapter of ancient Britain's history was concluded. Meow! After that, King Arthur's body was brought to Avalon, the paradise of World's End, by the fairies of the lake, as a future king who would one day return to life. And that's the quick and dirty version of the Legend of King Arthur. Thanks for listening. Yep, I think I've got it. Oh, whoa, it's already nighttime. So, with all that in mind, let's get back to the British Lost Belt. In proper human history, King Arthur drew the Sword of Selection while he was still an unknown boy. And amidst the hope, envy, admiration, and prejudice of all the other kings, all the other knights, ascended to the throne as king. Meanwhile, here in Fairy Britain, Arturia must still be unknown and unrecognized. In proper human history, King Arthur's Sword of Selection was still an unknown boy. And amidst the hope, envy, admiration, and prejudice of the other knights, ascended to the throne as king. As king! I completely forgot the Bikomachi part and remembered it taking place after Demon Slayer arc. Wait, there's a Demon Slayer arc in Oshinoko? What? My keyboard broke and I can't play BattleBit. No, Muzar! Yo, M-Film, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? Mayhaps there is. What the frick? How can there be demons in Oshinoko? What? Meanwhile, here in Fairy Britain, Arturia may still be unknown and unrecognized. But even so, she wielded the Staff of Selection, and she was travelling across Britain on her own, as a child of prophecy. So she's got the same name, the same face, and the same destiny. No way all that could be a coincidence. Which means Arturia Castor is this world's King Arthur. She is destined to be Britain's savior. Britain's savior, huh? But why now? King Arthur saved Britain in the 5th century, but this is 2019. If she really is Britain's savior, should she have shown up in the distant past? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not sure why her story is taking place now either. But I did overhear one interesting thing from some local fairies. Apparently, the Child of Prophecy is the reincarnation of Asek the Savior, and was sent here to save Britain once again. Asek as in the world tree from Norse mythology? Yep, or at least it's the same name. See, once Morgan began ruling Britain, she officially named this period of time the Era of the High Queen. And the timing lines up exactly with proper human history changed to AD. But while proper human history stopped in the year AD 2019, in this world, the year 2019 of the Era of the High Queen is still unfolding. And the previous era, aka BC in proper human history terms, is called Fey Era. Furthermore, during the Fey Era, there was apparently a fairy who saved Britain from the calamities countless times. Asek the Savior. Apparently, there are only a few fairies left who still remember her. Ektor the Immortal, Grand Duke Waste Heat, Warnek, Grimger the Sage, and Totodot the First Knight. Totodot? But they still speak of her legend in hushed tones. So if a savior showed up in this world before, that may mean Fairy Britain has a system for such things. Something akin to the counterforce that the Isle itself uses to fight back when Britain is in danger. And if that's true, it would explain why Arturia was born now, in this time. Plus, we're going up against High Queen freaking Morgan here. Who else but King Arthur would fight her? A savior reborn. Anyway, that took longer than I expected, but now that we've got over everything, I'm going to make 2 suggestions. First, I think we should continue working with Arturia Castor. While we don't necessarily have to destroy this lost belt, it does seem pretty clear that we'll need to face High Queen Morgan at some point. And when we do, having the Child of Prophecy on our side can only work to our advantage. And second, I think we should keep our goal, including Chaldea's whole deal, to ourselves. It's fine to tell her about proper human history. Hell, it'd be impossible to communicate if we didn't. But we shouldn't reveal that we've eliminated 5 other lost belts to date. I know it's not the most honest move, but sometimes not laying all your cards on the table is the way to go. Like I said before, there's something strange about this world, even for a lost belt, and there's still way too much we don't know. So until we have a much better understanding of what's going on here, I want to keep our goal at stopping Britain from disappearing. Even if we eventually end up having to fight it after saving it. Okay, so we can't tell Toria about any of this, so we're going to keep all this from Toria. Feels bad, man. That's right. I'm sorry, Hino. I know that won't be easy for you. But for what it's worth, my intuition is telling me things aren't going to come to that. I have a feeling we're going to save Britain, stop this collapse from destroying our world, and go our separate ways with a smile, without ever having to do battle with Britain. I hope so. Well, that was a relatively short arrow. 7 billion more to go. 6 more to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5 more. This is only a 7 node. Jeesh. Do you think, like... Does anyone know, like... I don't think I've upgraded my motherboard's drivers in a while. Because I remember last time I did it, it installed some Realtek sound software, which, like, fucked over my audio even more. Do you think the static noise could be caused because my motherboard isn't up to date? This one is pretty action-packed, so you have lots of gamering. Okay, cool. I wonder if I should update my motherboard's drivers. Does anybody do that often? I usually upgrade every driver, but I think that's apart from my motherboard drivers. My motherboard drivers are the only ones I don't really update. But this static noise is really annoying me. I don't know if you guys probably can't hear it as well as I do, and I don't know why I hear it more than you guys. I can't figure this shit out, but it's really fucking annoying with this capture card. You mean the BIOS? I don't really know what I mean. I guess? The motherboard is something I just never fuck with because it's just so easy to mess up. Only thing a motherboard update would do is update BIOS capabilities. But I mean, new software, you don't update BIOS unless it's necessary, right? Because they always advise you to like update all your drivers, including your motherboard drivers, when you're using like an external capture card. Like for example, Hoy, I brought a I've got a HD60X capture card, right, external, because it was one of the only capture cards that can stream a PlayStation 5 with 4K pass-through, meaning that I can still see 4K on my nice TV, 4K 60 FPS on my nice TV, while capturing, you know, 1080p 60 FPS for you guys. So it's, you know, good for streaming and also good for me and my own viewing pleasure. Because when you've got a console, when you're streaming console, you can't, unfortunately, like with the streaming, with the 2 PC setup, with the gaming PC, as you know, you have like a monitor dedicated for your gaming PC, but you can't do that when you're streaming consoles. You have to have your HDMI cable go from your console to your capture card to your monitor, and then capture card to your PC, right? But with this capture card, there's a weird issue. It's not often, and you might not hear it, but if you really, really listen closely, every once in a while you hear like almost like a popping sound, or a stuttering sound. I don't even know how to really explain it. Like maybe a popping, crackling sound, especially when the audio peaks. And I've tried every fix possible to man, and it's still happening, and I don't know why. It's not too often, and a lot of people have it much worse than mine, but it seems to be a common issue. I've tried updating drivers, I've tried using their own capture software, which is even worse. OBS is the only one that makes it as, like, not as bad. It's not a problem with my headset or my mixer, because when I'm playing PC games it's fine. It's not a problem with my PlayStation, because when I plug my audio into my PlayStation it works perfectly fine. It's only this capture card. It happens with my tablet and my PS5. The issue is there's some like popping or crackling sounds every once in a while. The cable then? No, I've replaced all the cables. It's not the cables. I've tried normal USB-C to USB-A 2.0. I've tried USB-C to USB-A 2.1. I've tried USB-C to USB-C directly into the PC. I've tried different PC ports. It's all the same issue. No matter what port I put it into my computer, or what cable I try. And the fact it's happening with the tablet and PS5, and it's only this capture card. If I use my old capture card, the tablet's fine. But my old capture card can't stream the PlayStation 5. Because it's too old. Well, it can stream it, but it doesn't get 4K pass-through. Which means that I'd have this sexy new monitor, and I wouldn't be able to see my beautiful graphics on my PlayStation from it. The whole reason why I got this capture card was because it had 4K pass-through. Because if you guys don't know what capture cards do, basically, when you have a capture card, because you're going from your console directly to the capture card, to to get like the quality of like a PlayStation 5, for example, or the Xbox Series S or whatever you want to call it, the newest Xbox, you need to have something called a pass-through effect, which makes it so the capture card is also able of broadcasting the PlayStation's beautiful graphics in 4K and 60 FPS to me on my monitor, and then downscale it to stream for like 1080p, right? So think it's the encoder. What encoder? Like, how would I change that then? Like OBS encoder? When you say encoder, you mean like the, like for example, you know, like you're using like the NVEC stuff? You mean like the NVEC H26? Well, you can't change the encoder though on an external capture card. How do you change the encoder? How do you even do that? There is no option to change the encoder. Even my current capture card, my old one. Can you share the screen with me on Discord? What screen? There is no screen. With the capture cards, you just plug and play, and you've never had a capture card, so you don't know how they work. So basically, how capture cards work is you either use their streaming software, or you have like the OBS window, right? There is no encoder option anywhere other than like the output for actual OBS itself. You know, where you've got like video encoder, NVEC, and something. Their streaming software is almost like non-existent. It has like no options. It's really trash. You can't change the encoder or anything on it. I've gone through like billions of videos trying to see and find out stuff, but yeah. It's not a constant issue, and Oni is the only one who said he's actually heard it on stream. It's just like my personal enjoyment that's kind of ruining it a little bit. With each capture card, you should be able to change either software or hardware encoder on them. When I use the actual capture card software, the sound gets worse. Like the static is worse than ever, and I can't, unfortunately, because I'm using OBS and OBS is pulling directly from the capture card. I can't actually start up this capture software right now, or it just won't say. It'll just say like signal not received sort of thing. So I can't actually do that right now. But it's not like a picture quality, it's literally only the sound thing. That's why share the OBS for me on Discord or something. You can change it there. Wait, you mean the OBS for the capture card? I mean, there's very limited options. You literally have no options for the capture card. The source you have on capture card and OBS. Let me see if I can find it. There is no encoding settings in that though. You just have game capture, configure video, configure crosshair. Yo, what's up, the Hashi dude? It's not going bad, my friend. We're just getting through another chapter in LB6. We're trying to. Let me just send you a screenshot of this real quick, Koi. There isn't really any options, and I've tried figuring with all this. I tried playing around with all this. I'll send you a screen cap in Discord of the options. I've tried messing with all this and none of it works, but maybe you can figure something out because Hoi is a genius when it comes to most streaming things and sound issues. Cool, you just reached LB6 as well. Nice, nice. You might want to, like, as much as I'd love to have you here, you might see some spoilers, so I'm just going to give you a warning. Which is the same with my internal capture card. My internal capture card has the same options as what I just sent to you. It has exactly the same options. Exactly the same options. And as you can see, the audio quality, the visual quality is just fine. It's just the sound. Morning, everyone. Hope you don't mind that I had breakfast before you. Wait, Cheeks, why are you in prison? Why you commit small crimes? You've got this. You've got to try this bread. It's so soft and yummy. Apparently, they make it from Oh, right, wheat. You're in a really good mood this morning, huh, Toria? Cheering myself up when I'm feeling down is my specialty. That's right. Da Vinci taught me how to make it. Da Vinci. I had no idea you could use flour like that. All this time I've practically been sitting on a gold mine. So this fairy lives in the grand building, but he is ignorant to the true value of flour. It seems there are significant knowledge gaps between individual fairies. Or rather, yep, there are basically two types of fairies. Those who only superficial copy human civilization, and those who are interested in its inner workings. Most fairies are copiers, who are satisfied just playing pretend. The thing about fairies is, they can do anything without human technology, so they don't have to know how it works. You know how when cars get more reliable, there's less need for drivers to repair them. And so, over time, there are fewer drivers who know how their cars work. It's a lot like that. Whenever fairies feel like bread, they can just create some from their own magical energy. Okay, I can say that sounded weird then. Easy peasy. But the bread they create, that is... oh my god, my brain's melting today. But the bread they create, that way, is just an imitation of bread they've had before. Like it was 3D printed. Ew, 3D printed bread. Basically, fairies can't experience culture without some kind of originating data to work from. Even Mike here used to be a typical copier. It was only when I started working here that he began caring about the details. It's true. I was a real dull fairy until I met Da Vinci. But now, every day is more fun than the last. I love being alive. I used to think preserving humans was a waste of time, but not anymore. Lady Aurora was right. We need humans if we're going to enjoy our lives. If there's one thing humans are good at, it's making technology. They come up with all sorts of fascinating things we just don't see in nature. Sure, some of those things aren't fun or tasty, like iron and gunpowder. But I've come to think of humans as our equals now. Heck, I'd even say I respect them. Yo, Kelvin! When the last owner left this pub to me, I thought it was going to be nothing but a pain in the neck, but now I know better. We need something to live for, something we want to do, for our own sakes, not just to fulfill our purpose. There's no way I'm ever going back to just plain old living again. Well, there you have it. In general, fairies really are pure-hearted, or, to put it another way, easily influenced. That's not true, Da Vinci. It's all because of you. Not even Lady Aurora ever got me to change my mind like this. Okay, Mike. In that case, maybe you could learn how to say my name properly already. What do you mean? I am saying it properly. Oh, right. I've also got a message for you guys from Oberon. He said to tell you to come to Salisbury Field for an important learning experience. Huh? A learning experience? I think I know where this is going. Wyverns! It's going to the Wyverns! If we could figure out my issue, that'd be great. But I don't know, man. I've been searching this issue for days and days and fucking hours. I think I spent like 6 hours trying things and reading stuff once. Fucking Wyverns. Fucking Wyverns. Is it HD60X? Yes. Yeah. It is, Hoy. I don't even think it's noticeable on stream. Like I said, it's just a personal enjoyment issue. Like when I'm watching like a cutscene in Final Fantasy 16, I hear like the odd cracking or pop it. Like, oh god, dies of cringe. I forgot I'm using Storyatory and she's not got skills maxed out. Oh my god. Okay, we've only got 2 waves. Yikes. Yikes, we didn't get the full charge. Story support, yeah, I totally forgot. I took it because I wanted to be a bit immersive like we usually do sometimes. Oh god, some Morris? These things. Scary. You can hit very hard. Oh, this should still one-tap it. Hopefully. You need to open the Elgato software and change transfer mode. Seems to fix it. Wait, transfer mode? What the fuck is a transfer mode? I didn't even see that option. Transfer mode? Is that an Elgato 4K capture utility? Wait. I didn't even see that an option for a transfer mode. transfer mode? No clue sensing advanced. General enable automatically check for updates. Device game capture. Maybe they changed the software now? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any of those options in the 4K utility capture because obviously I've got a 4K capture card. This was the software it recommends downloading, but I don't have many options. I just have enable stream link better, which I don't know what the hell that is. I think that's just like where you can link stuff without needing OBS or something. The device itself, you just choose your device. You choose your audio output, which is, you know, HDMI audio because analog audio is bad. HDMI color range, input EDDI mode, EDID and kernel, and then picture, you just have brightness, contrast, and recording, you know, that's just for when you're recording. And then there's just mic settings, so like, and that's it. Like, there's literally like no settings in this damn thing. It's really shitty software. And when I try to use this software instead of like OBS, instead of pulling the capture card directly from OBS, because you know you can just create a scene in OBS or Source where you can just directly pull the capture card. I get better quality audio and video when I do that instead of using this 4K utility capture bullshit. Elgato software seems to be kind of shit, which is really surprising. Very surprising. Sadly, everyone who owns that card. Sadly, everyone who owns that card is bad. Wait, what do you mean everyone who owns that card is bad? What? What does that mean? A lot of people saying go internal or get immediate external. Oh, really? Yikes. But does any of them do 4K pass-through though? Maybe I'll just send this one back. The only problem is if I do that, I can't play Final Fantasy 16 for a couple of days. They get audio issues with the same model? Yeah, this card does seem to have a lot of audio issues. So that's how you're supposed to get rid of those pesky birds. I had no idea. I kept just asking them nicely if they would leave, but they wouldn't listen. Fields are delicate things. At times they require bolder tactics. But I also understand and respect your kind inclination to not hurt the birds if you don't have to. So I suggest leaving a straw likeness of yourself in their field. It will help to deter such behavior. This way, the birds will mistake that likeness for you and start by attacking that. Which should buy you enough time to do, well, something. Oh my, really? I never would have thought of that. Are you some kind of genius? Huh, well, I wouldn't disagree with that. Pretty sure that's how you're supposed to use a scarecrow. Was Tristan always like that? Pretty much. He might seem like he's got his head on straight, but most of the time he's actually up in the clouds. Still, he can be the perfect knight, at least as long as he has someone to keep him on track. Anyway, the caveat that they're also fairy-made imitations of human society aside, what do you think of Salisbury Fields? They're very spacious. True, regardless of how they got there, the fields themselves are a genuine article. Apparently, their agriculture has been a big deal up in the north of Britain for a long time now, but it was never too popular in the south. It wasn't until Aurora stepped in that Salisbury finally got serious about it. I've seen small fields back in my village, but I've never seen any so big and open before. I wonder why they weren't more popular up till now. Well, we always had to abandon them whenever the moors showed up. There aren't too many moors in the north, so there was nothing stopping them from making the fields up there. From making the fields up there? Nanny? But here in the south, we see moors all the time, so the only ones who could venture outside the city are really strong fairies. The Fan Clan apparently hold out for a while by telling themselves that the death and war are entwined. But for the weaker fairies, like me, without any astrality, general knowledge of other worlds, we can't even touch the moors without putting ourselves at risk. And even if the moors weren't a problem, we'd still have to remake the fields every 100 years anyway. You're talking about the calamities, aren't you? Are you scared of them too, even though you will all live forever? Of course we are. The only fairies who can survive a calamity are those the ones allowed to live in Camelot. All the rest of us can do is suffer and disappear. There's not a fairy in all of Britain who doesn't fear the calamities. I'm not sure how much longer Lady Aurora can hold on to her glow, not after what happened in Norwich. Make no mistake now that a calamity has come for Norwich. Salisbury has to be next. And when it does, not even Lady Aurora will survive. So why doesn't Lady Aurora run away to Camelot? She could, but none of the fairies who live in Salisbury would be allowed to join her there. So she said that if her citizens couldn't come to Camelot with her, then she wouldn't be going either. Of course, the High Queen didn't like that. So now, Lady Aurora is also banned from Camelot. Rip. I see. So you have grievances with the High Queen. You know, there have been anti-Queen movements popping up around the country. If you want to protest their decisions, maybe you could join one of those. Huh? No, I'm not that upset about it. Besides, I can't even imagine defying her. I might be afraid of the calamities, but I'm even more afraid of the Queen's army. There's more to the Queen's power than just having enough magical energy to cover all of Britain, after all. She also has a troop of highly trained fairy soldiers, as well as knights under her protection, who command them. Tristan of the Bewitched Bow, Gawain of the Sun, and Lancelot of the Light of the Lake. As long as those three Tamlin are around, nobody can hope to defy the Queen. Oh shit, we're getting the first mention of the Tamlin. Oh shit, chat. First mention of the Tamlins. Huh? Huh? What? I wonder why they're all so shocked. That was another very short node. Another very short node. Excuse me. My bad. How much? I wonder how much actually is the Mark II. Oh shit, that's a bit more expensive than the one I got. I brought the external one. For 185. And the new 4K 60 Pro internal one is like 220. Yikes. It's like £35 more. I mean, if it's worth it, if it fixes the issue. Yikes. It fixes the goddamn issue. Does it have 4K pass-through though? Plug and play. Multi-device. Slot several 4K 60 Pro cards into one PC. I gotta make sure my PC actually has a spare PCI slot. Pretty sure most problem is because it's cabled. I just know internal one is working, one is... Yeah, I mean, my current one's internal, because I have two, remember? Well, I have two now. My first capture card that I've been using all these years is the internal one. But I wasn't sure if because my current PC that I'll be using as a streaming PC is quite old, so I wasn't sure if it would fit in. Does it have 4K pass-through though? Comparison. It has VRR pass-through, HDR10 pass-through, 4K 60 FPS. I mean, you don't really care about anything above 60 FPS on a console anyway, right? As long as it's 60 FPS on a console, you don't really care. 4K 60 capture. Wait, it has 4K 60 capture? Wait, doesn't the only... Wait, what? How? The... Wait. Because... Premium pass-through stunning 4K 30. I think I'm just gonna get this card. I'm just gonna send this one back. Yeah, I'm just sending this back. Alright, I'm gonna start. Give me a sec, chat. I'm just gonna start the process. I'm just sending this one back. I'm just gonna get that one instead. Return or replace items. This one. Choose a response. I'm just gonna say it's not working. Product. Item is defective or does not work. Item is effective. Picture is fine, but sound quality is terrible. I've contacted Elgato support and none of their fixes work. Deemed returnable. I'm pretty sure Amazon can't like decline you anyway, return it, right? Continue. I'll take it to the shops tomorrow. Continue. Confirm your return. QR code will be emailed to you. Continue the participating post office. Upon arrival, hand your parcel to the store and will print off and affix the label. Okay. Post office Roma drop. I better make sure there's the one location near me first. Wait, actually, first, one sec. I better make sure I have a express slot. Yo, can you... I don't know how to word this. So, you know PCI slots, they're really small, right? Like, they're really long. Like, the capture card's got, like, a small one. I don't know how to word this. I'm just gonna take a picture and ask someone on Discord. You can put a small one in the big slot? Oh, you can? I'm gonna send you a picture, Hoy. I'm gonna send you a picture on Discord, because basically you'll see I have like two big ones and a small one, and the small one's in the middle where my current capture card is and my PC is. Let me send you some on Discord, just to make sure. I need to clean my PC out. It's a bit dusty. I usually dust it once every couple months. Okay, you see the picture I've sent you? So I've got like, you see my capture card is currently in the middle. That's my current capture card, and then I've got like a PCI port on the top and below it. And obviously above the capture card you've got one open slot, and then above that is my graphics card, which I don't think it'll fit there. It'll have to be in like the one below it. Can you put it in those? Can you put like this, because the capture card's only got like a small port, right? Yo, what's up, Akame? What's up, Akame? Can I put it in that? Yo, Coco! Coco Dio. Sorry, we're just having talking about computer things before I get back to more FGO story. What do you mean by the small port one though? I mean, I'm already using that like right now. I've been using that for a while. You mean if I had two capture cards, like the small one wouldn't work? I'd have to move the small capture card up a slot? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm trying to find the local post office. What's it telling me about? Can you please work with me here, dummy? Okay, I can use that one. Yeah, okay. So I can return to both of those. Okay. Well, I wouldn't be using... Well, I guess... No, I wouldn't be using both capture cards at the same time, though. Most mobile lanes times 16 lanes only work on those big slots. If you get the 4K one, it has to go to the bigger port. I don't know which motherboard model you got. It will depend on the lanes. How do I check that? How do I check that? System. Can I check my motherboard via my computer stuff? Was it just safer to plug it in on the bigger port? Cause oh no, that's fine. So what are you trying to advise me to do though, Hoy? Like obviously the new one, it has to be plugged into a bigger one anyway. I'm confused what you're actually trying to tell me to do. Like, are you saying that I should plug the smaller one into a bigger port as too? Well, I only have big ones left though, that's what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, it would have to be in a big one anyway, right? Because my capture card is in the middle of the screenshot I showed you. There's 3 ports, you know, total. The capture card is in the small one, my current capture card. So that would be staying there. Well, then it wouldn't matter. Yeah, just plug into a big one. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, then. Let me just start this return process. Confirm your return. Confirm your return. Okay. That's 2 things I gotta take for return now. I ordered a because I obviously got a new monitor and new PC. I ordered a better power adapter or plug surge protector, I guess, a better surge protector, because I've got one, but it's getting a little bit old now, and I just wanted to make sure that, you know, if I'm getting new expensive stuff, I wanted it like a you know, a decent surge protector. And the one they sent me was freaking used, bro. The box came like all taped up, and the surge protector itself had a couple of scuff marks on it. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. I'm about to, you know, I'm not going to use like a brand new like computer and monitor on this like surge protector that someone's clearly used and returned themselves. So that's 2 products I've got to return. I've never had to return so much before, man. What the fuck? So then, let me just figure something out real quick. Did I write that wrong? If I just don't return this now, I won't be able to return it tomorrow, and I want to get it done as soon as possible. Sorry for the delay, chat. I'll probably stream a little bit tomorrow as well, but tomorrow we'll probably just only do Final Fantasy. Okay, that's that sorted. Okay. Okay then. Actually, I won't be able to stream tomorrow because if I'm returning this. No! That means I need to get my fill of Final Fantasy 16 today because I probably won't be able to play till Thursday then. I mean, I usually take Wednesdays off anyway. Maybe I'll just do a small stream of FGO only on Wednesday then. And then Thursday, hopefully it will come in time, because if it doesn't come in the morning, I might not be able to stream it till Friday next. I'm going to have to take 2 days off of Final Fantasy 16. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Now, let me catch up in chat before we do the next arrow. Chris has no battles. Dun-dun. Emergency meeting, now! Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Would help if I actually ordered the new card, wouldn't it? Because my current capture card anyway couldn't even capture like 4K 60 FPS. It's only like 4K 30 FPS or something. So this one's actually even stronger. When's it gonna come? Thursday? Oh, bro, I was hoping it'd come tomorrow. I guess I missed the window. Usually, if you order it in a certain time, you can get it like next day. Oof. Oof. Okay. That's 2 things to return tomorrow. Okay. Okay. I should have just got an internal one to begin with. I should have just got an internal one to begin with, man. I never had any issues with my internal one. Should have just got an internal one to begin with, because I wasted like £30 buying new cables to try to fix this thing too. Waste of money. God damn it. Probably should try to return those cables too, but I guess it's always handy to have some spare cables. Excited for Lucha tomorrow? Oh, I'm not running on Lucha. I've got to save for Kafka now. Kafka. FGO only stream? Yeah. Tomorrow maybe we'll just do FGO. Gotta eject Red, he's sus. Nani? I'll make sure to eat all my FP gacha once I finish the Lost Belt. Nani? Tomorrow. I don't usually stream Wednesdays, but maybe I'll just do it just like an hour or two just to get some FGO done. Because I can just plug it back into my old capture card. The one that works fine. For the tablet at least. Emergency meeting now. We need to talk about the 3 Tamlin we have apparently been serving High Queen, or that have apparently been serving High Queen Morgan this whole time. Also, you already know about them, Victoria. Well, sure, everyone in Fairy Britain does. Why, are they a problem? Oh yes, this is shocking as Sir Bedivere when he first wakes up. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. What's shocking about Bedivere when he wakes up? Wait, what? Cheeks, did you see that? Oh yes, this is as shocking as Sir Bedivere when he first wakes up. What does that mean? Tori, can you please tell us everything you know about them? Okay, I guess I can cover the basics easily enough. It's stuff every fairy in Britain knows. The 3 Tamlin are fairies High Queen Morgan has bestowed with names from otherworldly knights. They're the most powerful beings in fairy Britain, exceeded in magical energy only by the Queen herself. They're also very impervious to Moor's corruption, so they're the ones who handle them whenever a group of Moors shows up. Huh? Come to think of it, they're known as the Guardians of Britain, sworn to the service of the High Queen. The Knights of the Round Table. A fairy round table? Hey, no fair, I wanted to say that first. Why, do you have some sort of attachment to the Fae's round table or something? We are just talking about a circular table, right? Well, I don't see any way around it. We're just gonna have to tell her about what happened in proper human history. Oh, by the way, did you see that really cute new leak girl in Honkrel? The ice chick? She is amazing, I want her very much. So after Kafka, I'm just gonna be saving for her. Arturia, our world also has a version of Morgan. Brand, I can't read for shit today, chat. My brain is scuffed. Though in our case, it was during the 5th century, about 1600 years ago. There was also a certain king who defeated her, thereby uniting Britain and ushering an age of peace. That king was known as Arthur, but her name was Arturia Pendragon. Hey, that's my name! Quite a coincidence! It's not just a coincidence. You two are most likely the same person. What I'm about to say may shock you, but try not to freak out. In our world, you are Britain's great unifier, a king loved and respected by countless knights across the land. That's right, you were the ideal king, chosen by the Sword of Selection, and trained by Merlin himself. You did pretend to be a man during your reign, but aside from that, you were the picture of integrity. As King Arthur, you commanded many lords from all across Britain. Think of them as equivalent of Fairy Britain 6 clans. And from those lords, you chose the finest knights to be your Knights of the Round Table, a group of warriors with no equal. In fact, full disclosure, Sir Tristan there is one of them. So from our perspective, knowing that the Knights of the Round Table serve Morgan here is like learning that a group of heroes you always looked up to are now working for the baddest of bad guys. Can you blame us for being surprised? Are you listening to me, Atoria? She froze into stone. Dude, I love how they're portraying Atoria in this. It's so funny. She froze. Maybe his magnificent hair goes wild when he wakes up. Yeah, maybe. So I might have to re-download TOF. Oh. Tower Fantasy. Tower Fantasy is a good game. I just never had time again. Too many games to play. Too many gacha games is impossible to play. Crap, she's so shocked she froze up. She's so shocked she froze. Damn, looking at that picture, my PC is mad dirty. How do you guys clean out your PC? Every once in a while, just like get a Hoover and try to just get most of the dust out, or maybe like an air pressure to blow the dust out. I don't like to clean inside of it too much. Whoa. I guess I really am the child of prophecy then. Part of me always thought that maybe this was just all a big misunderstanding. But now, I'm a little more willing to believe it. I mean, grandfather always said I was born at the same time as the staff of selection. Maybe I really can do this after all. In fact, maybe I'll take a page from his Pendragon person example and save all of Britain too. Plus, we even have a Knight of the Round Table here. You know, when I first heard you shared a name with that Tristan, I thought you must be a pretty bloodthirsty guy. But now I know you were actually a Knight of the Round Table yourself. That's so cool. Well, I'm certainly glad to hear you speak highly of me. What do you mean, bloodthirsty? Don't tell me the Tristan here is... She's said to be the cruelest, most short-tempered, and wantonly violent of all the fairy knights of the Round Table. Oh no, Tristan. Oh no, Tristan. Her nicknames are Fairy Killer and Tristan of the Bloody Heel. Oh jeez. Who I failed to get. Feels sad, man. They say she's killed almost 400,000 fairies in the 100 of years since she was appointed a Tam Lin. Yikes. Tristan, bro. But you're nothing like her, Tristan. Seeing you fight beside Hino is kind of like, well, watching a flower dancing in a storm. You always maintain your composure and strive to be a gallant, and do your best no matter what the circumstance. There aren't many people like that in Fey Britain. Interesting. So the fact that you're putting your trust in me, even though we're from different worlds, is really encouraging. That's... Yes. That's yes. Indeed, that is how I try to conduct myself. That said, I guess there really is more to being a Tam Lin than just the title, huh? Hang on. You said that in your world. Tam Lin Tristan was appointed 100 years ago, long after Tristan from proper human history. So if this Tristan is the original, that would make the Tam Lin an imitation. But that would mean, has Morgan known about proper human history for more than 100 years? Nani? Pressure cleaner? Not gonna lie, seeing Tam Lin Tristan the first time, I was so confused. Like when she got revealed from JP. Well, I was planning to tell Atoria about King Arthur like this, or wasn't. But I think we should still be fine. Plus, we got to find out about the Tam Lin. Really, if we'd run into one of them without any foreknowledge, I think I might have actually died from shock. Anyway, while this lost about Tristan and Gawain may not look like the ones we know, the fact that they share the same name must mean they have many of the same traits as well. So we can expect the Sir Tristan to use Felnord, and Sir Lancelot to wield Arundite. Oh god, ever remember the Gawain fight? That was the hardest, right? The rest weren't too bad. For sure. Say, where is Tristan anyway? The Gawain fight in Camelot? He is in Toria's room. Said he had something he wanted to talk to her about. The White Dragon who tried to destroy Britain back when it was still unknown as the Isle of the Ancient Sacraments. Vortigern, the Cowardly King. The fury of Britain and the personification of its desire to reject the age of humanity. And then, there was the avatar of the Red Dragon, born and raised in this stark contrast to Vortigern. Atoria Pendragon. The king who protected the people of Britain, preserved its kingdom, and established the human world. Wait, hang on, what was that? The white dragon who tried to destroy Britain back when it was still known as the Vortigern. So that bit's the same. The fury of Britain and the personification of its desire to reject the age of humanity. And then there was the avatar of the red dragon, born and raised in stark contrast to Vortigern. Victoria Pendragon, the king who protected the people of Britain, preserved its kingdom and established the human world. While fairies and sacrament may have faded away from Britain as a result, her efforts did succeed at preserving British culture and passing it on to later generations. Strength isn't what made King Victoria a king. She became king because she fought for Britain's future. That's also why her knights agreed to set aside the differences and join her at the round table. That's right, we also hope in our king. She was always cool-headed in battle, fair and impartial in politics. And above all, she truly loved all of Britain. Even with her small stature, she would face down enemies many times her size and strength without fear or injury. She sounds like a really amazing king. She is, and you're her! Indeed, she was. I've never known anyone braver or more disciplined, or more proud. That said, even she didn't start out as a perfect king. After she drew the sword of selection, she trained with Merlin and Sir Kay, day and night for years on end. And that is why you needn't try to rush things now, Victoria. It is not a matter of you sharing a name with King Arthur, it is a matter of you sharing her vision. So please, have confidence in yourself. I know you can do this. King Arthur, a truly accomplished version of me, from another world. Man, that's amazing. She must have worked so hard. This is such a cool lost bout. This is such a cool lost bout. Damn, FGO takes up so much time these days to stream. We're only gonna get like a couple hours of Final Fantasy 16 in again. I actually might wait till Thursday to return my capture card because there's no rush to return this one. I might get the other one first and just keep this one for the meantime so I can keep playing Final Fantasy 16. Alright. Streamer stopping every arrow, yeah. Yeah. Do 30,000 years of troubleshooting. I'm sorry. I'm back. You should have seen me out there, Mike. I somehow managed to complete 3 tough Oberon quests all in a row. Whoa, sounds like you're getting kind of desperate. Why don't you have an apple order on the house? Thanks, Mike. That's so considerate of you. You're really getting a hang of this pub owner thing. Oh, cut it out, Da Vinci. It's all thanks to you, my perfect angel. First, we arbitrated a dispute between the Wind Fairy and the Earth Fairy over who had the right of sunlight on a main road. Then, we had to run a safety check all on the mysterious items, which turned out to be a bunch of bouquets that had been sent to the head of the Wind Clan. And finally, we had to subdue an out-of-control Wind Fairy who had been unlucky in love for the past 30 years and wanted to have a romance with a human. Surprisingly, none of this was at all easy, but that does make completing them all the more satisfying. Wind Fairy or Earth Fairy? No furry! Furry is bad. It's fairy. Okay, it's fairy, Kelvin, not furry. I was a little nervous at first, but everything worked out great. You're a furry, Kelvin. Oh right, I almost forgot. You three, the human. Hina, was it? You've got a guest up in your room, and trust me, she's not the kind of fairy you want to keep waiting. A guest? To see Hina? There are fairies, yeah. Which floats your boat? I don't know, Floaty. Which floats your boat, Floaty? So this is a human. I don't know why I said Floaty there. It's because I saw Float, so I just automatically, used Floaty because that's his name. So this is a human bedroom. It's not so different from ours. No, that's not right. We wouldn't even have rooms like this if not for humans. Really, we're the ones who should be thanking them. Dude, this fairy's kind of cute. I've never took a screenshot of her yet. We should take a screenshot. She's kind of pretty. She also reminds me a bit of a foreign god, not gonna lie. They have the same kind of, like, art style and, looks. Pardon me. So, you're back, human. You did well with the farm incident yesterday. As a wind fairy myself, you have my thanks. No problem. So, is that what you wanted to say, or? We may have received word of your missing companion. Every human captured in South Britain is taken to a ranch out west, and a new human was brought there 3 days ago. It may be the one you've been searching for. Mash! If you wish to go rescue it, I'll arrange for a guide to show you the way. Tonight, I'll have a few soldiers stationed outside Salisbury. You are to rendezvous with them and finish your rescue before the night is over. I also have a message for you from Lady Aurora. She said, I hope you find your friend there. Thanks, Koro! Don't thank me. Thank Lady Aurora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my post. I don't know what it is that brought you here, and I know I'm in no position to offer advice. But you should know that the ranch belongs to the High Queen, and that is very well guarded. Well, the other fairies wanted to eat us, Ruga. Ruga? I mean Coco. They wanted to take us apart, eat our fingers, eat our eyeballs, one by one. So that's the scoop. Whoa. Then they said it would take 2 to 3 days. I didn't expect them to actually come through that fast. Impressive. So this human was brought in 3 days ago, huh? Then we don't have a moment to waste. I don't know what kind of facility this ranch is, but now it's not on the time for now it's not time for cowardice. I agree, Oberon. Might not be. I agree. Oberon might not be. I'm completely ignoring full stops and commas today. I agree. Oberon might not be back yet, but seeing as we have a guide, I'm sure he'll be fine with it. So what are you going to do, Artoria? This matter really only concerns us, so we'd understand if you'd rather stay behind. I'd be glad to help. Plus, I'm dying to find out what the real Mash is like, since I inadvertently used her name for a while. And besides, I'm feeling a lot more confident after these last few days. Be it infiltration, lockpicking, or brewing sleeping potions, I'm sure I can handle it just fine now with my Merlin Magecraft. Okay then, let's get going. Great, you'll have to tell me more about this Merlin Magecraft later though. What is Merlin Magecraft? What is it? It's the French Guards. It would seem those soldiers are our guides. This is quite a surprise. I thought these soldiers would be fairies, not humans. Oh yeah, most of Salisbury's soldiers are actually human. They may not hold a candle to fairies when it comes to sheer combat ability, but they have no problem with using weapons, and above all, the Moors don't pose any immediate threat to them. So yeah, human soldiers are basically fairies. Fairies' Moors countermeasure. Most of the clans treat them as disposable tools, but Aurora sees a value in human soldiers, even appointing the more talented ones to serve as their personal guards. Remember, the ones we saw protecting the Great Cathedral? The fact that they were so strong is proof that Aurora's given those humans various rights. Are you feeling okay? Oh, I'm just a little nervous. I've never been around so many humans before. Hahaha, it doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, I'm obviously fine with you. Quiet. They've noticed us too. Hey, you there. The suspicious-looking ones. You the outsiders Carl told us about? I can't believe you actually showed up. Ugh. Why now of all times? This is exactly the sort of pain in the ass I don't need. Oh well, if this is what Lady Aurora wants, then fine. Follow us. We'll show you the way to the ranch. Be warned. It's a 2-hour walk, so you'd better have everything ready before we get going. Do you? Of course, thanks for doing this. Man, you guys are dressed in the weirdest clothes I've ever seen. Lady Aurora sure does love her novelties, doesn't she? Well, I feel like we're being led into a trap. Not very happy to see us, are they? They probably think of us as a bunch of annoying pests moving in on their beloved Lady Aurora. Even so, that doesn't change the fact that they're helping us. We should be grateful to them for that. Come on, Hino. I'm afraid we won't be able to talk for a while, but at least that should help us make good time. Make a good time. We're here. This is the West Human Ranch. Not a human city. Human ranch? That's right. We used to live here too. We were assigned to a horrid fairy who robbed us of everything we had, down to our dignity, before throwing us away like so much trash. Us stray humans had nowhere to go until Lady Aurora took us in. We became soldiers so that we could win the freedom Lady Aurora showed us was possible. We support overthrowing the Queen, too. But we're not like the trendy rebel army who's counting on the so-called Child of Prophecy to bail them out. Rebel army. I've heard them mentioned before. Does that mean there's an anti-Queen movement outside Salisbury, too? Yep. The rebel army is situated in the old castle ruins out east. They claim to want to free all of Britain, and they even have the gall to call themselves the Round Table. Still, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're led by a human who actually survived against Lancelot in a joust in Camelot. Oh. Morgan herself offered him a reward, saying that he proved himself equal to a Tam Lin. Let's see, I think his name was Percival! Percival of the White Light, the man who reached the limits of human ability. Percy! Morgan was so impressed with him that she commanded him to join her forces in Camelot even though he's human. But instead he refused her command and formed the rebel army. Hey, that's enough. It's too dangerous to stay here any longer. If anyone sees it here, Lady Aurora is the one who will pay the price. Let's just ditch these backwater ferries and head back to Salisbury already. I take it that means you guys were only here to show us the way. And that sneaking into the ranch and looking for a companion is entirely our job. You're damn right it is. Hell, you should be thanking us for taking you this far. The Wind Clan might be good at everything, but they don't have the right temperament for combat. If Morgan ever thinks they're rebelling against her, Lady Aurora is as good as dead, along with all of Salisbury. Even knowing all that, Lady Aurora still asked us to help you. So you listen to me. Whatever you do, don't you dare mention Salisbury if you get caught. Got that? You better not bite the hand that fed you, not if you lot have any pride at all in being human. Rude. I mean, but real. But real. Okay, let's discuss our next move. I just finished analyzing the ranch's interior structure. From what I can tell, there are 6 big facilities in the middle of the complex, and about 30 smaller ones. I didn't sense any heat sources in the big factories, so they're probably shut down now. But the small factories have lots of heat signals. There seems to be about 60 humans inside. What do you think, Hino? If we scale the castle walls, we could probably sneak inside without the guards spotting us. Whoa, you're really efficient. Efficient? Me? Oh no, I'm really not. This is just a little spell that lets you see inside a building by hitting the walls with a magical energy wave and seeing how things inside react to it. I mean, she's pretty talented. It's the most basic thievery spell, Merlin told me. He said I would definitely need it at some point, and it looks like he was right. That does take me back. It seems Merlin never changes, no matter what world he's in. You still have your connection to MASH through your contract, Hino. Can you sense anything? If you can, that'd be the fastest and easiest way to find her. Maybe, I'm not sure. Then there are probably too many crossed lines to say for sure. Honestly, I'm feeling the same thing. There are just way too many contracts going around Fairy Britain. Maybe whenever a fairy takes possession of a human, they form a bond that's similar to a servant contract. If I'm right about that, the only way we'll know whether MASH is here is if we see for ourselves. Tristan, do you think you can carry Hino and Arturia up the castle wall? Oh, don't worry about me. I'll get up there with my roller skates. Of course, it'll be the quietest and most graceful lure work you'll ever see. Both of you, over here please. And I'll lead the way. The western wall is the most lightly guarded right now, so let's get in from there. Damn, Tristan jumping up there with both of us? Looks like a town on the inside too. Victoria, I assume those large factories you spoke of earlier are those complexes, and the small ones are those homes. That's right. Humans kept at ranches like these are shipped out when with their creativity intact. So they should be confined in the houses rather than pens. Just ignore the large factories. We won't find MASH there. It's not birthing season. Oh my god, this is awful. It's not birthing season yet, so there shouldn't be anything inside them. Birthing season? Victoria, behind you! A civilian familiar. It must have been disguised as a street lamp. I can't believe I messed up again. I'm sorry everyone, but we need to take it out now before it calls in reinforcements. Bro, birthing? Doko? Oh jeez. Oh dear. Remaining 99? Huh? Yo, do you want us to take out all 99? Castoria? What? I mean, we might be here for a while, chat. We might be here for a while. Wait, and I click. Let's just do that. Probably gonna be like a 3-turn thing, I imagine. It's gonna be a 3-turn thing. Wait, where'd my authenticator go? What? Huh? Oh, it changed. Bro, Google changed the look of their authenticator and it spanned me out. What the frick? It used to have like a little grey icon, but now they changed it to some weird like lines. The fuck is that all about, Google? Google-doo? Why'd you do that, Google-doo? Wait, actually, now I think about it. Oh crap, I did that wrong. Can't just change something that you're used to seeing. That's not cool. Yeah, I know. Right, Jeeks? Okay. Well. I guess maybe we have to do it for 5 turns? You will kill all 99? No way. There's no way. There's no way. Sonatari, no? They even made a new cool mechanic where they refill. Of course you have to kill them all. For real? No. Liars. You liars. You liars! Why you lie? Why you lie so much? I miss the days of when the battle node was like the end of the battle and then you're going to a different node and start a new one. Oh, it's doing it! Yay! Alright. I think we've got 2 nodes left. 2 nodes left. She used to say this is a very heavy battle node. Damn, they just keep coming. There must be a fairy close by, making more of them or something. Can you find them? You know, I do it myself, but I've got my hands full with these familiars. I'm on it. I'm on it. There, something's hiding in that building shadow. You're correct. There's no sound at all coming from there. I suppose they think they've hidden themselves perfectly. Perfectly. But nothing can stand between my symphonies and my enemy. How do you like your midsection cut into quarters? How'd you like your midsection cut into quarters? You! What are you people? Whatever you just did was neither human nor fairy. Oh god, what is this? Horseman! 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 Screen? You're obviously not Moors, and you're not with the Round Table Army. Are you the Child of Prophecy then? Ha! Ha! This is great. Things are finally going my way. I am Knight Grant. No mere Child of Prophecy's magecraft can ever hope to match our High Queen. High Queen Morgan herself bestowed this armor upon me. It will take more than a few swings of a sword to shatter it. Huh? Who is that in there? Whoever they are, they're no ordinary fairy. Please be careful, everyone. I'm guessing this is one of the Tamlin we heard about. Oh, this is one of the Tamlin? Oh, shoot. Oh, sugar plum fairies. Oh, no. Gambarimasu. Oh, no. What are you laughing at, Bloody? It might be a Kelpie. He's this Backit. This Backit Dot? Whatever that word is. Oh no! What are we ever going to do? Can we actually take that out? Is this actually no? We should be fine. Oh, Sugar Plum Fairy! What you're laughing at, huh? Grant the night. I grant you the night. He's a pushover. He's a pushover. He's a pushover. Around the Caliban! Wait until they give you a boss that you can't switch there. Is there a boss that can't be switched? Is there truly such a thing? Multiple? Potentially you fight the Mushroom Man as the ultimate final secret boss. This was about Mushroom Man? Oh, not the Mushroom Man! バックないでよ。
捕まえた。これはどう？はあ、鐘の音が聞こえる。
One sec, I'm just checking Discord. Make sure I don't have any messages from my commissions. Okay. Oh, Bond 4, nice. I'm just getting everyone to Bond 5. I'm trying to get everyone to Bond 5. So I can do more interludes and strength things and whatnot to get more free quartz come anniversary. Gah! Murdered. I can't believe it. A knight of Camelot falling to such insignificant whelps. Yeah, get wrecked. Get wrecked, horse kid. Where's my mouse gone? There's my mouse. He's not moving anymore. I think we murderized him. I did it! I really won! That Tamlin was super duper strong, but I still managed to beat him! And I couldn't have done it without all of you! I'm afraid that was almost certainly just an ordinary knight. For one thing, there was no Grant among the knights of the Round Table, and for another, look over there. Oh. Oh crap, 3 more knights, each with the same incredible magical energy as the last one. And we were just barely a match for him alone. There's no way we could take on 3. Come on, Hino, let's get out of here for now. But what about Mash? There, we're through the gates. Squads 1 and 3. We'll take out Morgan's soldiers at the front. Squad 2, take control of the factories. Get our comrades out before they're disposed of. Reinforcements from the castle gates. Damn it. So the Charter Prophecy was just a decoy. First, we need to take back the gates. And be careful. These soldiers are from Londinium Rebel Army. Don't underestimate them. Some of them are armed with iron weapons laced with Moor's poison. Oh, Moor's poison? That's kind of a horrible toll. Well now. I wasn't expecting reinforcements. That must be the rebel army we learned about earlier. Individually, they may not be as strong as fairies, but quantity is a quality on all of its own. At this point, it's only a matter of time until they defeat those 3 Fey Knights. So it would seem. Man, that was too close for comfort. Still, once the rebels are done with the fairies, we can't be sure they won't turn their swords on us. Come on, Hino. Let's look for Mash while everyone's occupied. We should save making contact with the rebel army for after that. Can you show us where to go, Otoria? Right, of course. Don't worry, I'm a great lockpicker. And besides, Da Vinci is right. We can't be sure the rebel army will see us as allies. So let's fight Mash and get out of here before anyone else sees us. Building. Ooh, the last node! The last node! Okay. Last node, and we can play some Final Fantasy 16. I probably should cook something as well before we do it. Pizza, something I think Tuesday is pizza day. Pizza day. Well, damn. I should have figured the locks on the Queen's own facilities would be really tough nuts to crack. True, the Round Table army did manage to open the other 29 houses in the time it took us to open one. I can't even claim credit for this one, since the Round Table army ended up opening it too. Now, cheer up, Otoria. I mean, as a tech genius myself, I definitely get how you feel. But the important thing is that all the humans being kept in these houses were freed. It's too bad we didn't find Mash, but that doesn't mean this was all a waste. At least now we know she wasn't captured, and really, isn't that way better? Yeah, you're right. Wherever Mash is, I'm sure she's okay. I bet Mash is definitely the other child of prophecy. I betcha. I betcha. Okay, everyone, this way. Please, don't worry. We have plenty of food and jackets to go around. We'll be on our way as soon as we've gotten everyone's names and checked you all for injuries. Also, if anyone knows about any other humans being kept here, please let us know. I can't believe it. It's an army of humans. An army of humans defeated the Queen's soldiers. Then the rumors of the Round Table Army were true. We don't have to do what they say anymore. We can go outside now. Really? But the knight said the outside was so dangerous that humans would die instantly, and that we should stay here and study until we grow up. 2 years. 2 years since I last got to go outside. I have to hurry back to Gloucester. I got separated from someone there. Someone I care about deeply. That poor child. I only hope she was able to get by without me. I must say, I'm very impressed by this Round Table's army's leadership. They even took the knights they defeated into custody, sparing their lives instead of killing them. They are a proper disciplined army, not a lawless mob of killers. So, it was Percival, the strongest of all human knights, who formed the Round Table Army. How this gladdens me. While I'm sure he isn't the same Percival I know, well, Sir Percival I know, this other one is certainly doing his namesake proud. Oh, it's you guys. Thanks for your assistance earlier. It was a big help. We've been investigating this marriage closely for the past few months, so we knew its security would be light as today. But we definitely didn't know. We wouldn't be the only ones making a move. I was especially surprised to see just the 4 of you manage to take out one of Morgan's knights. We were prepared to lose up to 20% of our soldiers, but thanks to you guys, we got off with no more than a handful of casualties. So which city's rebel army are you from? I don't think I've seen you around the south before. Are you from the north then? I'd heard there was some trouble up in Sheffield. Maybe that's where you're from. Victoria? I'm sorry. Are you people really... Oh. Oh, I see. I forget that we're still the only ones who don't distinguish between fairies and humans in our head counts. Sorry if I offended you, when I counted all 4 of you in the same. Oh, no, that's quite alright. Is everyone in the Round Table Army like you? I don't know about that. We all have our own goals and our own ways of thinking. But one thing we all have in common is our faith in our commander. We all agree that Percival's ideals are worth fighting for. He's always talking about how the Child of Prophecy will appear one day, and how he wants to assemble as many like-minded allies as he can in the meantime. He says that way, when the Child of Prophecy finally does appear, there'll be a firm anti-Queen foundation in place to help take some of the heavy burden off the shoulders. But enough yammering from me. It looks like they're done with the roll call, so we're going to start escorting the people to Londinium. Want to come with us? We're always looking for more strong warriors like yourselves. I'm sorry, but we have to pass for now. That's right. We really appreciate the invitation, but we're actually trying to find a missing person right now. Gotcha. Well, that's too bad, but I understand. You all take care then. Hope you're able to find this missing person of yours. I guess that's that then. You all made the right call, honestly, Kino. I'm impressed you were able to turn him down. My brain is like struggling to read today. It's this heat. Well, I could tell Artoria wasn't too keen on it, so... Well, I would like to learn more about this Round Table Army. Finding Mash absolutely comes first. It's just not the right time to join forces with them yet. Exactly. I knew one of the original Knights of the Round Table would understand. You're a real gentleman's gentleman. Well, I am Tristan, Child of Sadness, not a knight who lives and dies on chivalry alone. That said, if Sir Bedivere were here too, I may have been forced to make a difficult decision. Kino, get back! Uh-oh. Oh dear, I'm guessing this is a real Tamlin. Oh shit! It's Gawain! So you attacked when security was at its lightest, huh? Devious of you, I'll give you that. But it won't win you the day. That's exactly the pathetic sort of confession I expect from humans. If you thieves are going to scuttle around in the shadows, you can't complain if you end up crushed under someone's boot. But what's going on with this magical energy signal? I can't even get a reading on it. Oh god, what is that? Is that a knight keeping those creatures tied up in chains? What is that? Squad 2, Squad 3, are you alright? Damn it, how many soldiers did we just lose? Are we the only ones who survived? That wall of flame, It can't be. Oh god. Huh. So if you yet live, that flame would have consumed you all if we had been in an open field. But this ranch belongs to High Queen Morgan herself. I can't raise it to the ground. So, I'll crush the rest of you with my own horns. Go on, humans. Try to fight back. Show me you're truly brave, and I'll be merciful. Show me you are cowards, and you'll have nothing from me. This can't be happening. What is she doing here? That greatsword wreathed in black flame, silver white armor, fairy eating black dogs. It's Tamlin Gawain. Why is the Queen's right-hand woman here? You. Oh, rip. Everyone's dead. I guess they won't be returning the people to Londinium. If you refuse to take up swords, then you aren't worthy to cross the horns with me. We've captured all the escaped humans, Lady Gawain. Well, soon we'll have the rest of these thieves captured as well. It'll be easy. We have 3 fairies for every human. No need for that. They're my quarry. I'll handle this myself. Oh god, how are we gonna get out of here? The whole army's been obliterated. Who went to rescue them? There was lots of them, and now we're just like, what are we? 3 people? 4? Well, I'm not ready to count as a soldier, but I felt the same power from Grain in the Holy City. You too, huh? I thought you'd be different from the other humans, but it seems I was wrong. You're just like any other livestock in a fairy Britain. Gristly meat, like yours, won't even make a decent snack. Don't bother telling me who you are. I couldn't care less. The High Queen's told me all about you, girl. You must be the master from proper human history. Oh god, they know about us. Oh, spare me the surprise. The High Queen has told the Tamlin about the outside world you call proper human history. She also commanded us to capture you alive, if the opportunity presented itself. Huh. Capture you, huh? How unlike her. Listen well, you shameless intruders. Oh god, that look on her face. You uppity primates have a lot of nerve barging into Fairy Britain like you own it. Tell me, in your world, is it considered courteous to welcome visitors from afar, right? Very well then, take up your swords and I'll give you all the welcome you want. I am Gawain, Knight of the Fairy Round Table, sworn to protect Britain. Now, with this name bestowed upon me by my High Queen, I shall destroy you without mercy. Oh god! Oh god. Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Let's see if we can do some shenanigans here. I mean, we could actually bring one of the MHXs, right? Assassin? Because she's anti-saber. No, it's saber face, right? Saber face, never mind. So she's anti-saber with saber face. I feel like I'm going to prep and just gonna put like some ignore invincibility. Although I don't think this is even going to be a proper fight. I don't think we're actually even going to get to kill her here. It's too early. We're on like section 304. There's no way we're going to beat a Tamlin this early. We're invincible. Guess we'll just go with that one. The Cusit is a spectral hound, Scottish folklore, haunts Scottish Highlands. The name essentially means fairy dog creatures. Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you for the lore drop, Coco. The lore dump. Tamlin Gawain. Endurance battle? Oh, yikes. Gain resistance to all attacks. Change class of any attack to be the same as Berserker. Increase your attack when an enemy is defeated. Fly target with a single enemy at the end of each turn. Yeah, bye. Feel like we, for sure, need some sort of charge here. This is an endurance battle, we're just trying to survive. Hopefully we won't get murdered in one turn. This is going to be a waste, but there's no way we're killing this. Just got to survive. Just got to survive.
運命やりますと
We just got to survive. Excalibur Vivian.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのですさあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン
We actually did some decent damage though, kind of. Magical energy is being drained? Did she just drain her command spell? Wait, what? Did she just take one of our command spells away? Wait, she did! Wait, we just lost the command spell, what the fuck? Holy shit! Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. We just lost a command spell. Yeah, bye. Will you take any hits there? No, we still got... She hasn't got the invulnerable thing, but it'd be fine. In this case... We'll save that, I guess. Just do that or something. Well then I guess she wouldn't drain anything. It would just, she would probably use the drain, but nothing would happen. Oh my god, she's draining all our command spells? Are we gonna get them back? That's kinda cool if we don't. I kinda hope we don't get them back. I kinda hope we don't get them back. That'd be kinda cool. Kinda cool to not get them back. Big wave of England. At least we're keeping our MP down. Around the Caliban! Kono Kendri Kakodo. She's the target focus now, huh? We're able to survive like a hit or two. I guess we'll just keep doing this. Wouldn't it make more sense to use Castor's MP first due to damage buff? Nope. Depends. When you overcharge Castoria, she gains extra. You gain extra charges of the anti-enforcement buff. You only usually get one of it, but if you overcharge it, if you use like a Devilish Blood Vista, and you overcharge your MP to go second, you gain 5 stacks of anti-enforcement, which is a lot of defense. A lot of defense. Very rarely you'll need the attack boost from the NP, because like if you're using Art Servants, you already get a fuck ton from her skill 1 and their skill 3, and it already is all the damage you need. So I think the damage from her buff, her MP, is a nice chunk, but you shouldn't really need it. So I always overcharge it, especially in survival situations, so I get more anti-enforcement buff, so she won't, we won't just get murderized. Murderized. I mean, you can use it first if you don't need it for survival. There's no reason not to use it first if you need it for survival, but... Future farming sometimes requires Casper MP if you have low MP levels. Yeah. It does help that nice Electro attack buff. How long are we gonna survive here? Oh shit, we're in trouble. Oh no. We're gonna get MP'd. I mean, we have backline, but... Oh, no! What we can really do here. 2% off of getting an Notorian MP. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it just depends on the survival buff. Our overcharge is really strong. Our survival buff is super strong. Like when you use a Devilish Blood Vista, for example, like if you're doing like a challenge quest or something, or some strong boss fight, if you have a Devilish Blood Vista on your Castoria and you make her go second in the MP chain, your entire team is gonna have like 5 stacks of anti-enforcement buff for like 3 turns. That is huge. Considering the enemy only attacks 3 times, you're almost guaranteed to survive without taking any damage for at least 3 turns. Any damage at all. And then by that time, you've probably build up another MP for one of your other Castorias, and then if you overcharge that again, you're gonna get like another at least 2, right? So you can almost have like effectively like 5 turns of no damage. 5 turns of no damage really. Don't really need DB to be honest, but it only works once per battle. Yeah, but it's just that initial stack though. That initial stack of having like 5, which is huge. Just to help you like get the fight rolling, because sometimes like when you do challenge quests or boss fights, you're able to break their first couple of bars pretty easy, and then they go into like a massive NP or whatever. So it just gives you like extra turns of survivability while you're building up cooldowns and NPs and stuff. What's this do again? I mean, she's pretty useless here. She's just for bond rating, but just for the bond rating. Does this actually also imply invincibility? Yeah. So we'll actually save that, because we're not really going for the kill here anyway. Because this is only going to grant us like 2 stacks of anti-enforcement. Excalibur BPN! Returning chatter? Why is my chat not scrolling? Yo, what's up, Purdue? Purdue, Purdue! Purdue, Purdue! Purdue, Purdue! Purdue, Purdue! I wonder if it wants us to actually break her bar. I expected it just to be an X turn survival. Okay, so you're gonna get... Oh, there we go. It is just X turns. 7 turns. That's really weird. Usually it used to be like 3 or 5. 7 turn survival. LB7 is so enjoyable. LB7? You playing JP? Do you mean LB6? Are you a JP'er? Oh, damn. No spoilers, though, please. I'm glad you're having fun, though. It means it's something to look forward to when we finally get it on an A. You have 7 in A, 1 JP. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying you had A accounts. Oh, God, we're dying. My mind is fading. No, not yet. I can't give up yet. Who's gonna save us? Or are we gonna get captured? Stay with me, Hino. Oh no, she's seriously drained. I don't know how she's doing it, but that Tamlin is somehow eating her command spells. Huh. I've never felt feedback quite like this before. It's still completely pathetic, but there's something more to it. You there, that look. It's not fear or despair. Is that hatred? Good. You figured out that much, at least. It's been a while, hasn't it? I could have gone my entire life without seeing you again, and been happy. Oh well. You know her, Toria? I don't know you. I don't remember ever seeing a pipsqueak like you before. Are you some weed I stepped on or something? Either way, don't talk to me again until you've grown more. It's a literal pain in the neck looking down to talk to you. Not that a runt like you is likely to do much growing. Why, you? But enough talk. Your intruders will get no mercy from me. I have no more time to waste on you. Die now, humans and servants alike. A bowstring? Indeed. A bewitched, unbreakable bowstring I can wield however I wish, to be more specific. You'll never be able to get past it, no matter how strong you are. So it would seem. Is this one of the Wing Clan's threads? I'm surprised there is still any left. But so what? You don't actually think you can defeat me with this, do you? Defeat you? No. Detain you? Yes. Da Vinci, Artoria, take Hino and get her out of this town. I'll hold Gawain here and ensure she doesn't come after you. No, Tristan! You got it. Honestly, it's not going to be easy, but I'll make sure she makes it out of here, no matter what. Come on, Hino. I'll carry you in my mechanical arms. Stand up, Artoria. I'd carry you too if I could, but I'm afraid I just can't. Huh? But what about you, Tristan? Don't worry about me. It would seem this is where I die. No! Tristan! Huh? You're not serious, right? You can't just throw your life away like that. Besides, you're too injured to... It's alright. Besides, this isn't the first time I've faced down Sir Gawain like this. Besides, I've already fought a trump card I can use against her. If it all works out, I should be able to catch you up soon enough. That said, I'm afraid I can't use it with all of you here. Go, my king. Please, hurry. You are still at the beginning of your journey. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, follow me. If you can't keep up, I'm going to leave you behind. You get that, right? No. Let me guess. You decided to sacrifice yourself to let your companions escape. Oh, come now. That should have gone without saying. You really are Sir Gawain. Your body is strong and hard as rock, but then, so is your head. Tell me something. Are all servants like you? Pawns who are willing to throw their lives away for their master because they neither fear death, nor know what it is like to truly live? I don't know I'd put it that way. Even servants hope to avoid death. In fact, I say we fear death even more than we did when we were alive. We heroic spirits know all too well how miraculous it is to be summoned. We know that this opportunity will never come again. We know how rare it is to be granted dreams even after death. Most of all, we know what dying feels like. We know how painful, how bitter, how sad it can be. You may think we can bear it, because we've experienced it before, but you would be wrong. Death is something living things can only bear once. To suffer the pain of my own death over and over, or to make others grieve my passing several times, is simply more than I can take. If I may confide, I'm hoping you'll let me escape with my life. Whether you live or die here is entirely up to you. The only one I mean to kill is your master. If you're willing to stand down, I'm willing to let you go. It would be a shame to waste this impressive technique of yours. Even if your master were dead, you could still live a good life here in Fairy Britain. No, Tamlin Gawain, I could not. That is why I'm going to stop you. It is the least I can do to repay the debt I owe to the one who trusted in my knighthood, even when I was fighting against her in a moment of weakness. I know nothing of your life or circumstances, and I confess I don't care a whit about your idea of justice. My only interest is in using this life of mine for the one I love, no matter what it takes. Oh damn, I got goosebumps. He's actually holding her? Let's go! Whoa, look at that. That is crazy art. You tied up my old body with string? When did you do that? Dude, that art is insane. Holy shit. But so what? If you think a mere human can hold me down, you're... Gah! What is this? How is this even possible? How did you put these strings all over my town without any magical energy? I never even saw you move your hands. Whoa, what? Oh, that art is good too, but he's dying. He's all bloodied. No. No, my Tristan. My Tristan. Indeed, these restraints rely on weight, not strength. The master of this very town. No! Not now, Capture Card! Capture Card, please. Come on. Don't do this to me. Give me a sec, chat. Come on, man, my hype. The master of this very town, this culmination of human technology, is what holds you in place. Thanks to our earlier battle, I know very well how strong you are, and I know you cannot break these restraints with brute force alone. I may no longer have the fingers on my right hand, but I still have my mouth. His fingers? He's lost his fingers on his right hand. Now, otherworldly knight, prepare to face the full force of my airstrike. Oh, he's got his eyes open. Look how determined he is. I'll take another screenshot of this. No, Tristan. No. What? You say it's lowly human technology that holds me in place? That does it. You deserve to die a miserable death after all, servant. I'm going to dash any hopes you had of this pathetic trick working. Oh shit. Wait, what? Oh, this is cool. What is this cool movie thing? No, Tristan! Bro, he got murdered! No! No! Tristan! No! Our first loss. You hurt Lady Gwaine. And what are we going to do about the ranch? Don't worry about it. I'll take full responsibility when reporting to Her Majesty. Now, gather all your fastest runners and go after that human and servants who managed to escape. You should be able to catch up to them much quicker than me right now. I'll join afterward. Don't worry. I'm not just saying it, like that idiot knight did a moment ago. Once you catch up, surround and restrain them, but don't kill them until I get there. Yes, Lady Gwaine, consider it done. Well, it wasn't really that he faded, he just got destroyed, he got obliterated. That hurt more than I expected. My whole body is still a little numb. I should have asked that man's name. He deserved that much before I killed him. Hold on. What was that? Whiny. What was that, whiny? Did she mean the horse sound? What was that sound? Sorry, I'll explain later. Right now, we need to get away from the fairies chasing us. Can you stand? Can you run? Okay, I'm gonna put you down then. Now run for it. How can Earth-clan fairies be so fast? They're almost on us, Da Vinci. Damn it. And after Tristan managed to buy some time. But what can we do? There's nowhere to hide out. Huh? What's that sound? Oh, good. I made it. I heard you guys were in trouble, so I figured, hey, Fairy King Oberon to the rescue. You guys know what carriages are, right? Great, then get in. I'll catch you up on it later. Huh? A carriage? As in a carriage? Carriage? The kind of that only the clan's head are allowed to use? That's right. Tools that exploit animals are prohibited by British law. Yo! It's Lu Bu! But there are some fairies out there who voluntarily provide such labor themselves. My name's Red Rabbit. The Fey Horse. I'm Fey Clan. Oh, it's not. Is it not Lu Bu? What is it? Is it? What's his name again? Red? Red hair or something? Shit, I forgot his name. Lu Bu is the berserker, right? My name's Red Rabbit. The Fey Horse. I'm a Fey Clan fairy who's always been fascinated with carriage culture. I usually serve Lady Aurora, but just this once I agreed to serve Lord Oberon as well. Snort. Something tells me there's fate at work, so why not sit back and see how a great carriage ride can be? Snort. Red Rabbit? There's a whole lot I'd like to comment on here, but for now, I'll just say, great timing, Oberon. Come on guys, get on. Those soldiers never catch us now. Clever of them. Do you know who that carriage belongs to? No, my lady. One of our soldiers used to build carriages, but he said he didn't recognize the design. He thinks one of the clans must have made it without the High Queen's permission. I'm so sorry. We couldn't be of more help. No matter. Call the soldiers back. We're returning to Camelot. Are you sure, my lady? I don't have time to go around chasing after rats. No. Scratch that. They're not even rats. Britain is the High Queen's garden, and no garden is entirely free of pests. I just let my temper get the better of me this time. Next time we meet, I'll grind them beneath my boot. Assuming I ever do meet them again, of course. We have someone much better at squashing bugs in any case. Oh, you mean Fair Lancelot, the strongest hamlet in all of Britain? She'll crush those bugs in no time, no matter where they try to hide. Why are you talking about Lady Lancelot in front of Lady Gawain, you idiot? Have you got a death wish? Forgive me, Lady Gawain, I meant no disrespect. You are of course the strongest of the Tamlet. It's all right. You're correct. She is the strongest. But watch her tongue next time. She's not the strongest of the Tamlin. She's the strongest creature in all of Fairy Britain. She isn't even in the same category as us. Do remember that. Wait, strongest fairy in all of Britain? But not stronger than Morgan, right? Isn't Morgan a fairy? I guess they just don't mean the king. Or queen. Yes, my lady. I'll never forget it again. Good. Now bring the captured humans here so I can deal with them before we leave. Please wait. You got it all wrong. This wasn't our fault. Those soldiers opened up our doors without asking. I told them we didn't want to go. Please, don't kill me. I'll never hope for freedom again. I still have 10 years left. Doesn't that make me a valuable slave? Please, just spare me. Ah! Now, know your place, dog. Any human who so much as thinks about running away is worthless, even as a slave. This new form suits you much better. By the time I'm done breaking you in, maybe you'll be ready to rejoin your fellow human slaves. Damn, she turned him into a pet dog. Damn! And that's where we end it on FGO.